sniped it.
You son of a bitch.
It was a little loud, and then I got it as it was starting up. Luckily, okay. I know that I made at one point I was like, we should make a point of not talking about it every time. But this one, the old one used to just start. It was just like fucking brr, 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 brr. This one, it like has a little heart build up, so while it's building up, I could be like, no, you don't. Get back down.
You sneaky.
Yeah. I'm pretty sneaky about this stupid thing.
But the fact that you had to turn it down, I was right.
It was loud. It was louder than I wanted it to be. Yes, correct.
That's right.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nat19, Gilligan's Grave, session 39. We missed a week because I was feeling no good. I was not doing it good, and it actually lasted pretty much right up until like 2 days ago, so it stuck with me.
Logan?
Yeah?
1, I'm glad that you're feeling better.
No.
2, do you think that we'll have 30 more sessions?
Why? What is relevant about 39 plus 30?
I'm just curious.
Nice.
Is
Thanks,
it?
Braden.
I don't. Explain.
I can do math! Guys, I can do math! We can stop making fun of me for not doing math! I did it.
When were we making fun of you for not doing math?
Forever ago. When I was like, oh god, math, and Spencer turned around and was like, that's addition.
Of course, fucking Spencer. He's a butthole. He makes fun of everybody for
Addition is math.
Hey, that's your fiance.
Oh, dude, I know. I love him so much. That guy.
Well, Braden, since you can do math, can you explain to me what would be funny about 39 plus 30? I'm at a loss. I don't get it, so I'm gonna need you to fill me in.
See, there's this beautiful thing called mutual fellatio.
Yep. Thank you, Justice.
Alrighty.
Perfect.
There's not really a lot for me to.
Gay.
Sorry, what?
But wait, mutual fellatio's gay.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that, Anna?
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
There's two
There's
versions.
two types.
Two types. It's not just mutual fellatio that's wrong.
That's
right.
one of the many.
He's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Can't just
Like,
say
wait a
that.
second.
It's not the only truth.
I can't with that. I got to be going. It's been
There's
lovely.
something-
That's not the only. There are many
Is there something
truths.
Is there only one truth you're trying to propagate, Carrie?
Never.
I don't think
so gay,
this
dude.
topic has anything to do with propagating.
How come dick sucking
We're
gets
like-
fellatio?
We're like propagating.
Yeah, how come dick sucking gets fellatio? Is there anything for fucking going down on?
Cunnilingus.
Has it been?
Oh,
has
you're
it been
right. There,
far,
mutual.
Cunnilingus,
There you
has
go.
it been far away?
Yeah, that's
Are
what
we
it's
far
called.
away
So
enough
a
to
cunning
not get in
linguist.
trouble for this?
We
Oh,
get it. You have
funny
cats.
Oh!
Bagoush!
Braden.
The energy
You're
at the
very funny,
table is
Logan.
wonderful today.
Oh,
I'm gonna
don't
have
worry.
a
I'll
fucking
I'll
stroke.
kibosh this.
Don't worry.
Listen,
No, the energy's great.
send me back to the ER. I dare you. They'll send me back. They don't want me
Keep
anymore.
vamping,
So,
no one will notice I'm leaving to get my Taco Bell.
Fuck yeah.
Announcements.
Did you guys? Yeah. Open it.
Announcements now. The moment has arrived for announcing. This is one of the last 2 streams where we will be heckin' still doing the Dead Saint Records stuff. That book is set to be finished in about 2 weeks. I don't know exactly when it's going to go up on Drive-Thru-RPG because I kind of want to wait until I can get the physical version and the digital up at the same time, so people can choose to do the bundle with the PDF and the physical version if they want to and not have to do them separately. But more on that later. The point being that today is one of the last days that you can donate for that. You guys know the rules. I've explained them before. And next game, which is the 31st, will be the actual last one. So if you want to add stuff to that, then go ahead and get that done. Probably next game I'll start talking about what the next book is going to be. Also, in advance, because we took last week off, we are not going to be taking the 7th off next month, so we're just going to keep on having Saturday games right up until the 5th of July. So, buckle in, buckaroos.
Logan, I'm gonna be going to a con in July. Maybe we'll talk after stream.
Is it gonna be on the 5th of July?
I don't think so.
Logan,
I think
we
it is the
will- we-
13th.
Well
We
then,
might have to.
well the 5th of July is when we're.
Sorry.
Well, the point is we're playing all through next month. That's the point.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry. How many South Park references can I slam into this? I already did Buckle Up, Buckaroos.
Wait,
Remember when that happened?
isn't
Yeah.
there journey between these two books? Okay, whatever.
What are you saying, Braden? What are you saying?
Nothing.
What are you saying?
You keep doing your thing.
What are you saying?
I just was muttering to myself.
Here's the Here's the microphone. You want to have something to say? You want a crowd? Crowd want to say it? Someone
It's South Park jokes, right?
Is it about salami in books?
Gingers. Ah ha ha. You should beat them all. Mic drop.
You did
Those
it.
are those are expensive.
What, that would be a hit joke in like 2008.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they were hitting. The jokes, yeah, they were.
Wah, wah.
Oh.
So I just got jump scared by our delivery guy.
Oh, damn.
What they
What
do?
happened?
I thought he had left already. So I was walking down the stairs, and I was just casually like, all right, whatever. And I grabbed the door, and as I opened it, he was just like point blank right there with the food at like already handing it to me level. He's like, hi, how's your day going? And I was like,
Oh my God.
hi. And then he turned
What the
around
hell?
really fast and just left without even getting
Just have a fucking
responsibility.
Dwight Schrute fucking like self-defense. Judo chopped him in the throat. Fucking.
Goddamn.
It's like, yeah, have a good day. It's like, holy fuck.
Also, Aaron, did you get a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell?
I did.
Good. You're
It was the-
correct.
Correct order.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.
Alrighty. But anyway, Dead Saint Record, you guys can donate to that. Zygalta's Exolunar Collection, the late pledge stuff has ended for that, but for the time being, you can still go to the pre-order store for that if you want to get more stuff related to it or whatnot. Also, on Drive-Thru RPG, I released a fuck ton of decks. Decks. Why can't I keep wanting to say decks? Okay.
Dicks.
A bunch of card decks.
Non-fiction, my dick.
You can,
Trust.
they're what would be the best way to describe all these? They're just general aids for subclass stuff and for resource counters, like cards that say action surge, and if you flip them over, they say action surge spent at the table, so you can like use them to keep track of stuff. Also, one of them has just spell slots. Just a whole metric fuck ton of spell slot cards that you can use.
Just a hole.
Just a hole. You just get a box.
Right. Yeah.
Inside, there's a hole. Here's the fun part about it, though. It's like a build-it-yourself thing. The hole's not there till you open the card box.
That's
You make
incredible.
the hole yourself.
Oh my god.
I-
Fuck. Yes.
It's a build-a-hole.
If you get the cleric one, it has Fenris on it.
It's true.
Aww.
I can't get. I'm fucking. Okay, I'm calm.
Yeah?
I didn't know until the product photos were posted, and I like hit the floor.
Oh.
I concerned the people around me. I was like, my baby. I'm good.
Aw.
Okay.
That's really cute.
It's whatever.
So buy them.
I don't.
I don't have any feelings about it.
If you
Please,
are
like-
having trouble finding them on Drive-Thru RPG, if you go to the Lyra's Guide to Retia page, and then you scroll down, there are pictures of all the decks that you can click on, and they'll take you to their pages. Also, 2 decks that are spell cards. I would have made it 1 deck, but they don't like it when you make decks that are over 250 cards, so I didn't.
Don't like it when your dick's too big.
My dick's
Yep.
too big. Gotta downsize it. Can't deliver it. Can't find a package big enough to wrap it in.
No case big enough for my dick.
God damn it.
There's the decks are magic joke in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
You just have to remember every song.
Oh, the dicks? Play with them at the table?
A deck in the sky. There we go.
Share them if you want.
You did it.
His chafe is New Zealand style, Dick Zealand.
All right. But we're going to get to today's game, and I'm going to have one person describe to me what happened last time, and I bet I know who that person's going to be. I have a strong inclination that I know. But you know what? Before I do that, tired of this music.
Pas moi. S'il te plaît, pas moi.
Whoever it is, union.
You say that, but people, like, leave you out to fucking dry so often.
They never do. Anna and Braden always have my fucking back, dude.
Oh, you maybe remember the times
Always.
things have gone well. I've remembered
Yeah.
some times where everyone's allowed others to flounder. When you find it funny when people flounder, you let them flounder. I've seen you do
Fair.
it.
That's fair.
Comedian's worst weakness.
It's Anna!
Yeah, right.
Kind of funny.
Yay!
Anna, what happened last time?
I don't remember.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
So, to have your back, Anna, like you always have mine, the only thing I remember is Kathos trying to cat himself.
Oh yeah, there's that. And then we
Yeah,
had a
there's
battle.
that. And then we had a battle. Yeah.
There you go.
I...
Here you go. Did it. Tell us we're wrong, God.
Kathos left and we had a battle.
The there you go really did it for me. Like that was just a guess. There you go.
So, what had happened was
Thank you!
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
we short rested to recover from the Moontheris fight, and then Lilia is considering using the fucking bunny scythe. I was gonna do that. Relay back to the fan that we're alive and we're laying low. Get back to the grave and trek back to the town. We're gonna do that. Kathos tries to kill himself. Kathos is like, I'm gonna try that shit, and then we gotta go out. We go in camp, hastily abandon everybody on our way up. It's hastily abandoned. There's Undertow and BBTA, and we gotta get up in that fight with these crystalline monster guys that have been actually our guys. But they're dead, so we murder them. Cold blood, no fucking mercy, and that's what I remember.
Not a single drop of warm blood anywhere. Only
Mm-hmm.
cold.
My notes just say,
Beautiful.
guys, Zom guys, our guys, dead guys.
Yep.
So that's what we
Yep.
did.
That's what my notes said.
Alrighty.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
functional. That's correct. That was good. Thank you, Justice.
Mhm.
Yep. Last time you guys proceeded
As-
back from the
as a
Moontheris
unit.
fight, you proceeded up. You guys took a quick rest. You encountered some people who have been afflicted with amnesis, but they are further along and further corrupted than the ones that you had encountered beforehand. Also, the mists. The mists are further up in the pits than they previously were. One of them said a creepy thing. There was a short about it. It was like, children.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You are all bothered and perturbed.
I am.
Said
It
the
was
Zombie Crush
slay.
40
You really
fan.
did that, Logan.
What?
You
Like,
did that
ooh.
very well. I just
true.
said you really slayed with that one. You did that. You were eating.
Oh, thanks.
Piggy of the week energy.
Speaking of which, Logan, have you eaten today?
Yes. I made myself a whole
Haha,
meal.
you don't get to mark that on your bingo.
Yeah, you don't get to mark that. No bingos for you, fuckers.
Damn it.
This
Go
is a no
bongo.
fun zone.
And Bread won't get bullied today. This is gonna go great.
Books
I mean, I've already checked
salami.
off Bread getting bullied. That's already happened. I don't think I have Logan doesn't eat on my bingo card. I just wanted to check if you were. Yeah, no, I
Aw.
don't. It's not on my bingo card.
Thanks
Yeah.
for your concern, which was a thinly veiled excuse for you to yell at me if I hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
That would be correct.
All right, everybody. You guys finished your encounter with the amniotic soldiers that you had fought before, the Undertow, who had fled the town and had regrouped, and while regrouping, had been inflicted with amnesis to such a degree that their bodies themselves started to morph and shift and take on a crystalline appearance that is not unlike, but not exactly like, the Mestite animations that you encountered before. With that, we might as well pick up exactly where we left off with like the end of that encounter. You guys have the stage. You got the floor. Here you go. Take it. Do what you want with it. Go ahead.
Ugh. Well,
I
we're
got
all
a
not
headache.
worse for wear out of that. Oh boy. Headache. Ouch.
Yeah, I got a headache.
Mm.
How's everyone else doing?
My brain
Uh.
hurts. 1 sec. I'm gonna have a drink of my water.
Okay, out of character. Is anyone affected by any shit that I need to fucking
I think that was both
restoration
of
them?
No, I think, yeah, Lori helped Lilia with that, so I think Lilia's okay.
Not
Okay.
I, tiny child.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you cured my amnesis, but my wisdom is still reduced. That's why I'm drinking my water.
Yeah, I think that's the same
Okay.
thing, yeah.
Okay. Scarn, you okay? You're not affected by anything that I can get rid of?
No, this is just normal migraine shit.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
I can't believe I'm the one to remind everyone, but please fucking hydrate.
Well, we gotta keep like some of the magic water around.
It's fair.
Very true.
If you ration it, that way you can fix things when stuff goes tits up.
Hydrate with an S down. Everyone
Wait.
has to make sure. Sorry.
Oh. Scorn,
He does.
Desmond,
he-
you guys.
no.
Oh, oh. What?
What?
What's up?
Take sips of your
No, you
water.
said
Maybe
something.
not hydrate all the way, but
I was
Do
just
your
gonna
due
say,
diligence.
Scarn, Desmond, you guys are looking like a little hurt. Do you want to chill for a minute, or do you?
You know, if you had the ability and it won't be painful for you, I would love just a little bit of health.
Sure, yeah. Let's fucking go, my man.
Just a teensy weensy, itty bitty, little bit of health.
a little bit of
much
your
are you-
healing
How
on
much are you
magic.
missing?
Oh, I'm just at 19 out of 70. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Hey, Laura,
okay.
won't you play a
Like, help.
little? Won't you play
Like
a
my
little
man.
ditty for our friends? A little
Fuck.
song and dance. Do
Yeah,
that
just
little
need a
song
second
and
to
dance
catch
I
my breath.
like.
I'm visiting Spencer. I don't have my harmonica. Oh no, my heels are gonna be ass. Like, jeez.
Well, make mouth noises.
Do you have your comical shamisen?
Ba-da-bow.
You're doing amazing, You're doing amazing, sweetie. Oh, look at
You
him
just hear a
go.
quick out of nowhere, and you're like, how the hell did you make that noise? I didn't know you had a keyboard.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, okay. Do I have my? Yeah, I do. Okay, I have two with spell slots. Okay.
Do that
Don't
little
give yourself
dance
up
move,
too
Lori.
quick. Alright.
They
Just
love when
take a
you do
second
that
to
little
breathe.
jig.
Mm,
Bust it down, Lori. Bust it down.
Oh.
You got
yeah.
hungry, I can understand.
Okay, I'm gonna. Let's see if this will help you. Fucking better help you. Come on, Lori. Come on, baby girl. Roll high for Scarn. Okay.
Yippee! I'm not totally dying now.
Ba-da-bow. Get him, Bagel. Yep. And that a little ba-da-bow over it, Desmond.
And I was just gonna
Oh, I
sit
didn't
down.
hit him. Did I do it to Scarn again? No, Desmond. Good.
No, that was Desmond.
Okay, good. Making sure. Because I did it
No,
on the combat
I
track.
don't need to sit down anymore.
You guys are welcome. I'm pretty great.
Thanks, bud.
Even when I can't find my harmonica, apparently. I just gotta go ba-da-bow.
The power of
No, honestly,
performance.
you're getting good, kid.
It's true. Oh, thanks. Yeah. But wait, was I not good before?
No, I'm just saying you're like really growing as an artist.
Improvement
It's fun
doesn't
to
mean you
watch.
were bad before. I mean, it does.
Okay, but
Everybody
but
starts
she's
at zero.
no, I get that. I get it. Like, but if she said you were getting better, but she said you're getting good, like I wasn't good before. It's what. Thank you for the
That's
compliment.
not what I meant.
No, thank you for the compliment. No, thank you. I get. Thank you.
You were really busting
Sorry.
it down.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
That's all.
Okay. Does everybody feel okay? Like good enough to go? Like
Yeah, keep
Lilia,
going.
Yeah.
Lilia, Pepper, Bagel, you guys feeling okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Bagel's fine, I think. Bagel's a champion.
It's
Bagel.
true.
Bagel
Leona, you okay?
steps in a circle. Leona says nothing.
She says nothing.
Yeah.
How does she look? Does she look okay?
Catatonic.
Literally catatonic.
They look
Okay,
like
but
they're staring off
levels
into space.
of blood coming out of her body wise.
They were not touched or
They
hit
didn't do
or
anything.
affected. They were just
Cool,
on. They're just on
double-checking.
top of bagel.
Okay, good. Good.
They're on Taco Bagel. I can't talk today. They're on
Good, then maybe
Takahata
you
101
won't have
Bagel.
scary. Maybe you won't have scary monologues today, Logan. Maybe
No, you
we'll
think?
be okay.
Yeah, I probably won't have to do anything. 1 second, I'm just gonna warm up for an unrelated thing.
Fuck. That's your warm up.
It depends what I'm warming up for.
Yeah, right. Fine. Oh, I need back to this. Okay. What do we do? Where do we go?
Up.
Which direction?
Looks at Desmond. Up. Left or right? Head tilts to Skarn, the navigators.
All right, let's go. I guess.
Up in some? Alright, they know where to go. We're good, Lori.
Do they know where to go?
Do
They
I
don't
know how to
seem-
go? Let's do this. Let's hit this roll. God.
All right, look, you guys are
Hell yeah.
proceeding to try to go on your way. All right, let me get your rolls up.
We're
Where you
following
go, I
little bun-
go.
All
We're
right.
following
Roll
little
it,
bunny
roll it.
doodles
Alright, so-
Lilia left along the way.
It's true. Let's go, baby boy. What you got?
So, Skarn is once again leading the survival check to try to find your way back.
Yeah.
Okay, so leading check, but Skarn, don't click it yet if you do get it.
I'll
Who's
never
all
click it.
participating in the attempt?
Never.
Not me.
Desmond will.
Okay.
I feel like as
It's
the
always the
check's
same
going
man.
on, Pepper and Lori's like playing a tune and Pepper's like busting it down Strikeland style.
Strike
Fuck. Yes.
All right, here's the
Fuck
survival
yeah.
check. Do not click it immediately, please, Skarn. Also, those who should have advantage, which I believe is all three of you, please click advantage whenever you're doing it. Boom.
$15 for a 21 on Lilia.
14.
Hell yeah.
All right, so that's both of those are successes. Please add a +2 to your roll, Skarn, and then make your roll.
God, meanwhile, Lilia's gonna check on Leona.
Yeah.
You should have had advantage. Oh, you should.
Wow.
We're
Really?
I said +2.
got
I
one?
put the press 2. I
But
pressed the button.
also
you can't even stop me.
Oh.
All right, bro.
I'm
pressed
gonna.
the
All
button.
right, you should have had advantage, so we're gonna do it again.
The button doesn't do anything, I guess.
I think you have to click it before I send it. I don't know.
I pushed advantage. Do you want the +2 on there? or
No
just the
advantage this time, because this one's just gonna account for the second roll.
You know
Yeah,
what?
yes,
whichever
plus
one's
two
higher
again,
will
though.
take.
Doing a
Yes,
half
plus
bad
2 again.
job.
Yes.
Don't get another one.
I was
Okay.
about to say, bro, they hate me today.
Oh,
I was
really
about
thought
to
I was
say,
gonna
maybe-
be another one.
Maybe Kathos didn't do a bad
You
job.
guys are like navigating, like, all right, Skarn, lead the way.
Yeah,
We'll
fine.
help to navigate. And Skarn's like, you got it. Okay. Insert like Indiana Jones
Falls
music in the background of a montage. Fucking you guys pressing through mushroom forest, jumping across a cliff, entering into a place. And Skarn's just like, and we did it. We're back at Tomoe's shrine. Wait. Hold on.
Halfway there.
Skarn. Yeah, no, I realized what I did as soon as I said it. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that is a 20. That is well over what you guys needed to get. So with that, I'm going to check the date. You guys spend the rest of the day traveling, noting that you had already spent some of the day traveling today. So, why don't we say that accounts for the tomorrow traveling, since it looks like you guys are at the end of the travel day, according to the time.
Oh.
I'm going to actually long rest you
Yes.
guys. I'm gonna spend the
Hooray.
No, we would have just ran off from the original fight site and found a spot to rest.
Yeah. The next day, you guys do so good at traveling. You travel so well. You follow the marks left by Lilia. You use your BBTA and undertow skills to find your way up. And you find...
And Pepper and Lori are there.
And you, you guys are present.
Yep.
And Bagel is Bagel.
Perfect.
And
And as you
Leona's
guys
Leona.
proceed forward, you eventually come to a path that leads you to the river, the runs out of the town. Realizing that you are now close to it, you guys follow it, and you find yourself once again coming back to the pits, emerging in the same area that you left from, the deep river pit, with the exception that as you guys get close to it, that mist, that swirling, wispy, white mist that had been present here before, is thick enough that you can only see about 10, 15 feet ahead of you whenever you're in this section. Previously, it was here, but when you were here previously, it was very faint. Faint enough that it could have been mistaken for just mist coming off the river. Now, it's like it's a foggy European day, but underground.
God damn it. It's European.
Yeah.
Oh no. So
I can't believe you've
it's
gotten
gray.
Yeah, it's very great.
Fucking gray.
The color grading in the shots for today's episode are very gray, except the blues have not been muted. The blues are still
Twilight.
vibrant. It's giving Twilight.
It is giving Twilight.
Everybody, it's giving Twilight.
Real quick,
Sorry,
I know
y'all,
that
I know-
this is very important. Braden, a thing that I need you to know. Chase informed me that the house, like the fucking Bella fucking house from Twilight, went up for sale. And I was like, yo, holy shit.
We need to move
And
in
then
there
someone-
together.
Someone already bought it and turned it into an Airbnb.
Of course,
Yeah,
they
there you go.
fucking did.
Yeah, I was like,
Seller, where the hell have you been, Loker?
smart. That's how you
More like
fucking
an
print
Air
money.
Bellenby.
Oh shit!
For
But
some
yeah, there you go.
reason, Pepper is suddenly much tanner. Just totally Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner will be playing Pepper today.
And Pepper's lost her shirt, apparently.
Why'd you take your shirt off? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone
Never
the same
mind,
fucking
never mind.
face, so let's go.
I do. I feel naked. I do.
You are naked.
We're serious now.
You're pretty fucking naked.
Reality research itself.
Yeah, the
Yeah, there we go.
research
Sorry.
itself.
It's all right.
We're
Bagel,
still
Very
giving
important-
Twilight,
Very,
though.
very important for
Bagel
Braden
can
to
be
know
Taylor Lautner.
about the Twilight Airbnb.
We're still giving Twilight filter though.
Yes.
That colorist really popped that.
We're still giving Twilight filter.
I know what you are.
Please ask for me back sometime.
A vampire.
Say
No, I'm
it
an
out
elf.
loud. Oh, damn it!
No, I'm an elf. No, I'm an elf.
This is Lillian Soon.
Yeah.
I know what you
Yes.
That makes Skarn. Lilia, where the hell have you been, Loka?
What? What?
I mean, what? Huh?
The fuck?
Reality
Gave that
research
shirt to
itself
Katie for
again.
her birthday, Braden.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway,
Reality
reality
research
actually
itself,
reasserts
please.
Reality's
itself
having
every
some
fucking
fucking
gonna have
trouble
to-
reasserting itself.
Yeah,
Sure, it's
fuck.
really struggling. We're gonna have to cut
Sorry.
through this somehow. Now this is just because we're here and it's in the front of my brain because we're here. That one place, that house that was fucking with all our heads. I mean, if you were gonna visit it and try and figure out what it was doing, seems like now's the time.
There's a house that was messing with our heads.
Yeah, it's where Kathos learned how to fuck with us.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
the McTraw State came to mind, but I don't think that was the one.
No, it was one of the ones here.
Where?
We all went inside, started looking around, and we all went catatonic for a bit.
Was it the Jericho?
Now there.
No, that's where we got attacked. No, it's here in the Drafting Creek.
The Drafting Creek.
Oh.
Yeah, right in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, shit
Sorry,
here.
yeah, you're right. Okay, it's a big map. I was looking at other parts.
It
of
was
the map.
when we
Yeah,
were
there
leaving like 4 days ago. How long?
Oh
has it
jeez,
been?
it's been like a
5 days,
bit
6 days.
over a week.
No, because we got lost with.
It took you guys about
Yeah,
4 or
that's-
5 days to get there, and then
Yeah.
it took you guys like 3 to get back.
Mhm.
Did I mark that down? Did I mark down when you dove the first time here? Hold on. I don't think I did.
No, yeah, you're right. I think it's been a bit over a week.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
that's where he got the idea to betray us when we got there. Or rather, he probably already had the idea, but that's the means. Looking around in the creek, does it seem like there's anyone still skulking around here? Because we didn't see a ton of cult activity here in the first place, because this place is already destroyed.
Roll me an investigation check.
I'm so good at investigating.
You got this.
I'm a detective. 9.
Why the fuck is your investigation so low when you're a fucking cop, dude?
I'm a people person.
Oh no.
Like, I'm a people person if I don't have to deal with people.
I'm a personality liar.
Damn. Damn.
I'm also really good at shooting people if I have
You say it's because I'm so warm and approachable.
to. Yeah. Really.
Looking around, you do locate the house that you'd been referring to. You find the mostly destroyed house that Skarn has had an adverse reaction to a couple of times by now. But as you search around, you do not locate any people, and there doesn't seem to be any cult activity in this part of the pits.
I wonder what was making y'all gloss over last time. Or the house was messing with y'all, right?
Yep.
Can Pepper get into the house and start doing what Pepper does best,
Oh yeah,
which is
it's like
going
old and
through
destroyed, and the
literally
walls are
everything?
barely there, and there's like an underside of the house, and when you go into
But
it, and
there's
you
stuff to turn over.
there's basically not, though, is the thing. It's pretty
Oh.
empty. This place looks like it was once the victim of like a fire that didn't destroy the whole thing, but it Yakin left it pretty desecrated. Assuming the whole group goes with you, though, as Skarn approaches it, Skarn, you get an uneasy feeling about it again. You get that same knot in your stomach, as you have every time you've seen this house. Once again, looking toward it, you get this brief flash, as if you are looking out from the underside of the home, as if you were down underneath it, looking out. You see bright lights and yelling, and then whatever this flash is, it goes away.
Why do I remember that house so badly?
One lady was screaming at you about this place being attacked before, and they were mistaking you for your father.
Yeah, no, that I had a little bit more personal control. This is like a childlike fear of like the dark. Like I shouldn't be there type of feeling. I don't get it. I just don't like being here. Can't particularly place it at all.
Doesn't look like there's much here to figure out or sniff out.
Can I investigate? Anything? Is it worth it?
Roll me an investigation check.
All right, god damn.
Can I aid him? Can I help him? Can I?
Dramatically place your hand on a piece of the burned wood and
Yeah, that's
close
what I'm
your
looking
eyes.
for. I'm trying to like look for.
Given the
Can I, like,
context, I'd say you
rub my-
probably can't help, Pepper. I don't know. Describe to me
fair.
what helping would look like.
You got it, Skarn.
Maybe like, go, Skarn, you're so smart. Go, Skarn.
What
Kind
kind
of minus
of?
Let's
two
go,
for being
Skarn.
Bit of distraction. I'd like to give
All
the
right.
unhelp action.
Distract.
Helpant.
Helping.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess I
Yeah,
did.
no, you got it. You got to get rid of
You
him.
can
That's
do
Where
it,
are they?
Skarn!
Where's
So
the button?
sorry.
Where's
Say it
the
out loud.
fucking
Say it out
button?
loud. Say it for the people listening to audio.
Holy
Say it out
Zero.
loud.
No,
It's a
fucking-
zero.
I kill these. I'm killing them. I'm
Bountiful
murdering these
luck.
guys. I'm gonna
Bountiful
kill them
luck.
again,
bad.
and I'm gonna kill them
Bountiful
again.
luck.
So long.
Just to make sure.
It's been so long since a flush.
No, you
Uh-oh.
gotta. You see that last one? They was playing with me.
I would smell.
No, for real. No,
Yeah.
absolutely fucking for real.
One more time.
Bountiful luck.
So,
Crazy. Crazy.
suffices
Might even say-
really well.
suffices to say,
Yeah, I
You-
don't got shit.
put your hand on a piece of burnt wood and think really hard
Use
about this
bountiful
house.
luck. You can re-roll.
What is that? I can
It's
do
my
that?
thing.
I can't do that.
Screaming, I'm trying to help you.
You rolled a 1 next to me, and I'm very lucky, so re-roll.
I could do that?
Because I made you do it, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going for it.
Love you, Aaron. I'm sorry.
This time, I'll investigate
It's
right.
because of the height thing. Like Desmond's screaming up at him, and Scarn can't hear him. He's so far away.
Huh? What? Huh?
She's finally.
It's just everyone else being like, "Ah, fucking one." Meanwhile, you in the background. I'm trying to help. Do it again.
Oh,
Okay, well, the dice had something in mind. I
So,
And for the auditory
4
listeners,
burned
tell
sets of
us,
dice
Brady.
later. Why don't you tell the class what you got?
4 burn sets later, and I got a 2. Yeah, I didn't change the dice color, so they still thought, it was cached in there.
Oh, yeah.
The hatred for
Yeah.
me was cached in the dice. I got to change that.
You know, technically,
Anybody know how to defrag your die?
technically, a 2 is infinitely better than a 0.
It's true.
Right. It is improvement, but it's just yep.
Hey. Yeah, I don't got shit.
No, I hate it too. No, I hate it too.
You put your hand on a piece of burnt wood. You think real hard about it. You're like, no.
Nah.
And Desmond's like, are you sure? And you're like, yeah.
All right.
Nah, it's spooky. Real spooky. I'll say that. It's real spooky. This wood right here, real sturdy, honestly.
It cracks in half.
It's still good timbers. Oh, no.
yeah, even it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. We should get going.
Yeah, all right. I guess something cool might have happened if I was actually a, smart, useful person. Anyway, let's go.
God, ain't that a mood?
Whoa,
Ain't that a
whoa.
mood,
Calm
Scar?
down. It's our
What's
friend
he
you're talking
said?
about.
We're all depressed. Let's go.
God.
I love Lori just being here. What's wrong with all these old people?
Like, damn, these are some sad fucking old people. It's okay, I'm sad too.
I think I'm just gonna tune to the scythe while everybody's going at it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, he's gonna tune to it.
Hell yeah.
She's just been holding on to it because no one else has been like, yeah, we think we can use this, and it's just like, yeah, no, I'll tune to this. No objections.
Let's see, where? I think it's in Scarn's inventory, but I think that he passed it over to you, so I'm just gonna...
I think he passed it to Lilia.
I'm pretty sure I did. It might be still in my inventory.
Let me... Where did it go?
I took it out. I took it out of my inventory.
You took it out of your
Shouldn't be
inventory.
there.
Well, then...
Cathos? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, there it is.
No, I still have it
found
in
it.
my
You still have it. There it is. Boom. Moved.
Yeah, I was like, I still held on to it.
All right, so I'm just going to drag this onto your thing here, Lilia. It should pop up as its item description should pop up. Just heckin'
Yeah.
familiarize yourself with all of what that does. There you go.
Yeah. Me too.
Here you go. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh.
Oh wait, I made a couple for everybody. I'm sorry. I was just trying to. I was like, I want to get the picture.
You did share with everybody. That's true.
Yeah. Oops.
So pretty. I need art of Lilia holding it. Oh.
Yeah. You can whenever you go to use it later, we will decide. We'll like make sure it's all programmed onto your sheet properly. Fun thing about it, by the way, it is versatile, so you can hold it with like one hand or two for a d6 of damage, or it's either what is it? It does 1d6 slashing plus 2d6 radiant, or it does 1d8 slashing plus 2d8 radiant whenever it's used versatile. Also, it has a +2 enhancement bonus, and if the thing you're attacking is exposed to moonlight, it has advantage on its attacks, and you can use it as a spellcasting focus, and if you do, your spell attacks and spell save DC get a +2 bonus, and also you can use it to attack things up to 30 feet away.
Now, here's a silly question.
Yeah.
Because it has a thing when moonlight is striking a creature. Can you combo it with moonbeam?
Yep, that's moonlight.
Mm.
Well, let's
All right.
you know what? Let's be rules as written about this. I'm gonna bring up moonbeam. If it says that it is moonlight,
It doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't outright say moonlight.
silvery
It just says
beam
a
of
silver
pale
beam
light.
of pale light.
I'm gonna say
Hmm.
that it would be against the flavor of the item to not count moonbeam as qualifying
For
it. So
real?
yes, we'll say that qualifies. If you want to leave yourself a note somewhere saying, "Yo, past Logan says this works," then feel free, because we all know that future Logan sometimes changes his mind.
It's true.
B.
That son of a bitch.
So I'm just gonna make sure this is like.
And
Since you attuned to it, I'm going to go into your spells, and I'm going to set the DC for your spells slightly higher. You're already getting a +1 from Root Bloom. Those wouldn't stack. You wouldn't gain the +2 and the +1, so it's just the +2 because it's the higher of the two.
Oh.
So boom, that's how it works.
Me.
Because it's when you cast with one or the other as the spellcasting focus that it does it. You can't cast it through both of them. You can't like duct tape them together and Dave the Barbarian your way into
Yeah.
having a better item.
Listen, I just love it when we can make our characters fucking okay. It's a good time.
And now the main thing is you are a pedal knight.
Mm-hmm.
So most of your stuff only works when you're using a weapon one-handed. So do we want to assume that you are using it one-handed when you use it? It's still like 3d6 damage.
We will probably be mostly one-handing it.
Okay, cool.
But it's gonna be that thing of like when I use Root Bloom's double attack, I can't then also just one scythe. Because usually when I do my bonk bonk, I'll be like Root Bloom, dagger. I can't switch the dagger for the lunar scythe.
Let me... Yeah, because you would have to... Unless it's light. Hold on.
Ooh.
Hold on, let me... Nope, it is not light, so correct, you can't do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Also, you don't get the 2 attacks with this.
No,
you have
attacked-
extra
the
attack.
2 attacks with Root Bloom.
Yeah, and you have extra attack, so you can attack twice with this.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I could attack twice with that too.
Yeah, you got back at like
Oh.
you got extra attack a while ago, so you can do 2 attacks with anything at this point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck him up, Ilya. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to like properly understand because I know Root Bloom has the double attack, but now I just have straight up an extra attack.
You've had that for a while, since like level 5.
6th level or 5th level, yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
you
feel
could,
like I
just
might
so
have been
you know.
misinterpreting it.
Well, the one's a Pedal Knight feature, the other's a part of Root Bloom.
Uh-huh.
But no, all you need to know right now is that you can do 2 attacks with either, and also you can, with either of them, because you're using it one-handed, you can still do your dagger from your offhand.
Mm-hmm.
D.
Okay.
What will you lose out? I'm just going to open up Root Bloom, and I'm just going to... Now, one of the main differences is that you... I got to make sure I'm right before I say this. Hold on. Does it say the thing? Yeah, so you have to use your strength as the attack and damage. Nope, never mind. It can also use your spellcasting ability. Yeah, this basically is most of the things that are good about Root Bloom also, except it has a couple of other things. So yeah, you're good. One sec while I set your stuff to wisdom. Boom, 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 boom. There, done.
Nice.
Yeah, this can do most of the Root Bloom stuff. Actually,
yeah.
Root Bloom, are you a light weapon? No. Would have been funny because it would have been like if it was, you could also make the offhand attack with Root Bloom, but you can't. All right. Now that you've done that, you're attuned to that. We can, if you don't understand anything about it, like during combat, we can revisit it, but
Yeah.
it's all pretty straightforward. The thing to mention, by the way, again, just to reinforce this, is you can use it to make melee attacks against things up to 30 feet away, the same way Moontheris was. So that's you, and it also does the 3d6 damage. So that's pretty good, too. Now, you guys said you wanted to make your way into town. Where do you want to go? You don't hear any commotion. You don't see anything, obviously. When you guys exit the Deep River Pit, the mists begin to thin out relatively quickly. You do notice they're still there, and they seem to be pouring more into the lower areas. For example, the path that leads down to Whirltown, as you proceed forward, you notice that it gets thicker again going down that way. But the further up you go, the more it thins.
Well, now it's heavier than air. Good.
I'm just glad it's clearing out. Seems like it clings to the earth, like regular mist, I guess.
I'm just going to
Or
use Lilia's.
whatever is making
Or-
it. Whatever's making it might be further down. Just all of this is pushing up. Is it coming from right behind us, or is it from another?
Yes.
What?
It
Okay.
it
Right
does.
behind
So it
me,
is
isn't
from
it?
all.
So it is coming from below ground.
Mhm.
It does seem to thicken as you get toward the town somehow,
Oh,
and then
never mind.
then it thins out as you get into the upper parts of the town.
Oh. No, that's just straight up peculiar. Nix what I said before. That is bizarre.
They lost.
Should
No.
go into the temple if we can.
Mm,
Imagine Soon and everyone are still there.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
We're thinking positively today. Yeah. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be awesome.
I have a lot of
Great
questions
day.
for
I'm gonna-
Sound now.
I'm gonna cast spells.
I believe it.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
I don't know if they're
That's
those
not-
kinds of questions.
I know. They like each other.
That's true.
About
So-
100 feet of difference between the Underloft and the temple, though. So a lot of that should be congealing down in the Underloft pit.
Mm.
Have we been able to see the thorns yet?
From
was
where
gonna
you guys are,
ask.
you guys haven't told me directly which way you're going, so I pretty much just assumed you're only in Deep River, like a little bit out of it. Pretty much where I put Lilia on the map is where I'm like, okay, heckin', where we're in Quantum,
Our
heckin',
staging ground.
yeah, where are we going?
Okay.
But to answer your question, partially because of the mist and partially because it just doesn't seem to be much here, you have not seen these thorns that you've been told about.
Okay, so
Aw.
that means we're either
We can't
That
even
means
like
one
see
of-
them in like the distance or anything.
Even
There's
as the
fog in
mist
this.
thin out, you're still in like
Yeah,
the
it's just the
section
mist. Yeah,
where
okay.
You can't
The
see
mist
more
is
than
blocking
like
it. All right.
even like where Lilia is, you still can't see more than like 30 feet or so ahead of you.
Okay.
And that can mean one of several things. That could mean that this area hasn't been affected by the thorns and is a possible escape route. Or the thorns are more concentrated inside and people are being essentially just gathered up like cattle.
Oh my god.
And that also means that if they're deeper within, we're gonna have a hard time getting in.
Imagine, given what happened to Darkland, the thorns are mostly there to stop people from leaving. They're
Yeah.
probably the most collected at exits, places you could leave the town.
Like through the crack rot and downtown to uptown. Probably. Still, we could.
We'll have to see in any case.
Mhm.
Though the thickness of this might help us sneak through. It's honestly a bit of a boon, even if this is a
If-
dangerous ass fog to be in.
If we can get like a better idea of where like everything could be going down, like I have like my spying spell.
Oh my god.
Like we can check some stuff
Is
out.
Tabasco supposed to be on the map, Logan?
Oh, is
We'll
Tabasco
probably
still on the
save that
map
for
somewhere?
once.
Where did yeah, I was like, where did Tabasco
down
come?
there in the recluded
He's just in
pit.
the. There's two of them.
Here.
There's one there. There's one there.
How many Tabascos?
Random Tabascos.
Just
he really?
blows to the
Is he
stone
really?
wall.
Logan, give me my familiar.
You know.
Tabascos just explode.
All right, I've been waiting for you to realize this. So, you know,
What? What?
I think that you
Uh-oh.
made the mistake at one point, and you maybe forgot about it. The last time Tabasco was around, he didn't die. He was dismissed.
I resummoned Tabasco!
He's back.
Damn.
I just wrap him around my neck like a scarf.
Holy shit.
I wonder if
We
you
can
can
get-
like look through his memories like a book.
Oh.
I'm the smartest warlock that's ever been.
Tabasco after
Means he's
Love you
seen
so much,
everything.
Braden.
after a multi-day sabbatical, he has returned.
I missed you so much. I thought you died. For some reason, when I assumed.
Anyway,
Mumbling
yeah, if we can get an
into it.
idea
I've been
of
sitting
like
here
roughly
waiting for you to be like,
where...
I cast Find Familiar, so I could be like, you already have them. Woo, they're still around.
I didn't, but I assumed if I got knocked out, cause like it's been so long, cause I think it's been since I got captured, right?
I think so.
You
It's
used
been a
Tabasco.
minute, yeah.
I can't remember the exact time. I just remember whenever you were like, oh, and they're gone, me being like, they're not though, just in my head, and then waiting for you to figure it out.
No, unless you
Damn.
correct me, I'm gonna assume what
That's
I say
not my
is true.
job.
Tabasco.
Damn. Damn.
And the worst part is, I saw someone be like, "Oh, maybe he's not even. He wasn't."
You said it, Pepper.
I'm just like, I have Tabasco wrapped around me, but I'm like talking into his belly like you do cats sometimes.
Oh,
You wouldn't betray me for fucking cat. Okay, I'm good. Let's do this. I feel so much better.
Tabasco's belly.
My man's
Like
just
one
over
very
there.
short raspberry. I'm ready to stop a cult. I'm in my ass.
New
Anyway,
flames in Pepper's eyes.
If we can figure out where most of this is going down, I can spy spell.
God.
It works for like a mile.
I imagine probably Lowtown or downtown, but Soen and
Okay.
Linnell and everyone will know better. We can get to them.
Might
They
as
can
well
tell you where to look.
reconvene with
Okay.
everybody. I'm sorry. I'm still coming to terms with the fact that I didn't know. Okay. I'm so mad at myself. We're good. Oh. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, indeed.
Yeehaw.
Pepper, you look like you bit your tongue and are mad at yourself for having bit your tongue. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I am so smart and
So-
so good at my job.
So I keep hearing yeehaw and we're going, but I'm not hearing ye where
We
or
went!
where we're going.
Yeah.
The Temple of the Moon Rabbit. I think the way we
Yes.
should go, this is Aaron, leave Desmond for a moment, is
No.
probably through these tunnels here, but then
twisting
instead of
pits,
going to
yes.
Underloft, we could probably try and take it quiet through these bushy back ends, because the cult doesn't
I
have a
love
ton of
that.
reason to be there. It'll take longer, but it also stops us from going 200 fucking feet down, and only
Yep,
takes
that's
us a chunk of the way.
I think that's a gorgeous idea.
I agree.
Gorgeous ideas from gorgeous individuals.
Is true.
So we'll cut up to Low Market through these, and then make our way back down to the Temple of the Moon Rabbit.
Fascinating. So up to Lowtown, down through the tunnels. I'm just gonna grab the player side. Up to Lowtown, down through the tunnels to the bushy area, then up to Low Market, then down to the Temple of the Moon Rabbit. That's the idea.
That
Yes.
seems like the least violent way through this.
All
process.
right, here's how that gets ruined. You guys go up to Lowtown and then you proceed down through the tunnels. As you proceed down through the tunnels, you go past the twisting pit, you continue to go down, and as you head to one of the overgrown sections of the tunnels, the part where the foliage and whatnot normally begins to grow much more, you find that as though hijacking the foliage and the trees and the moss that is there, you do find what appears to be a field of thorns. Maleficent style, you come down there and you see these dark green with like bright red tips thorns that are extending out and winding through the entirety of that tunnel, connecting where you guys would split, connecting here up to Low Market. As though the natural foliage that's here was almost transformed into thorns. Seeing them for the first time, you can see why they were described the way they were. They seem almost bloody in appearance, just like naturally. You could theoretically pass through these. They're mostly on the walls, but you do feel like you would be passing through dangerous areas. If you moved through
Yeah,
it, you
so-
feel like it might hurt you.
I could fit
That
through
would
there.
be like 2 hours of death.
I could fit
Yeah,
through
for
there
real.
'cause I'm
All right, so that
Absolutely.
area is off limits. We might be able to squeeze into the underloft. It would only take a few minutes, but even then, that's also a place
They-
we're trying to avoid.
Maybe that's when. Laura, you said you had some sneaky type magic, no?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I have the spy thing. I
Hey.
can like look in on a thing. Yeah.
Hey, Lilia.
Oh shit.
Roll me a perception check as you guys travel.
Oh shit.
Not good.
Wait,
I think someone's
14.
following.
You notice in a lot of places where there was like small underground flowers, the unusual kind that might respond to the light from the moon root and whatnot, as you guys travel, you see that a lot of the flowers seem to have been changed, and there are sparse lotus flowers that are sitting around on the ground now, around the walls of the pits.
This is.
Does this feel familiar to Lilia? These flowers?
You've been around lotus flowers. You've been in a field of lotus flowers.
What color are they?
The lotus flowers?
The color of
Yeah.
Lilia's prince, probably. Yeah.
I'm checking.
Heck, and they would be. Hold on, I'm gonna confirm if I need to give a specific answer or not. I'm gonna not to endow this with importance or anything.
Hopefully
Yeah,
these
right?
aren't poisonous, because I'm definitely sniffing one at some point.
Hold on,
Yep. If they're white, there's bad stuff that happens at that hotel.
hold on.
Thank you, Braden.
Carrie, I love
Yeah?
you. I love you so much. White Lotus references.
There you go, be.
Oh my god. We
Hold
have
on.
much to discuss.
Hold on.
Oh shit, dude! I haven't watched like any of season 3. I've just watched a react season 3, and I'm like, yeah, oh my god, I'm good.
Trying to find something.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
You're super looking up the meaning of flowers.
No, I'm not. I lost a thing. I lost
Oh,
an
no,
image. They are mostly pink.
Ooh. Okay.
They are
I've
mostly
seen
a
this before.
somewhat luminous pink that seems to almost pick up, absorb, and re-spread out light in the same way the moon root does.
Oh.
Is it able to be like picked up, this one flower?
Yeah, well, you see a bunch of them. Like as you're traveling, everyone else is
Yeah.
kind of for the mists and for the, like how single-minded everybody is. And the most of the group just doesn't notice them. Which, by the way, everyone, Lily is the one that notices them.
Yes.
But so
Sniffing.
Yeah, so we don't know.
they
We were
made
just
the
asking
perception
as
check.
ourselves.
Heck,
You're
and,
right, you're
but
right. We don't-
as you travel, you start to notice them when you get near this passage of thorns, because as the thorns thicken, so does the concentration of these lotus flowers. And you can indeed pick one up, and it doesn't seem to do anything back to you. It just seems to be a flower. But a strange place for lotus flowers.
Not a strange place or a
It
strange
is.
place? It is.
It is.
Yeah, no, she's just kind of like staring at this one, just like there's like the one weird like flick in her ear that can kind of like hint that her mind is processing something.
Keeping in mind that lotus flowers, otherwise known as water lilies, normally only grow on the water or in water, like and like float on top of small
Yep.
bodies of water. These ones appear to just be growing out of the ground.
No lily pad?
Nope.
Lily padn't. Got it.
Lily Patent. Lilia Patent.
Patented Lilia.
She's doing
Fuck
that
yeah,
ear
dude.
flick she does when she's thinking.
No
real hard.
legendary lily pad.
Yeah.
These don't belong
Lilia?
here.
Oh.
They don't belong here?
These
mean-
aren't native to the pits.
Wait.
Hmm.
I
Are they
haven't seen
connected
these
to the?
flowers in a long time.
You don't mean
Are they
These are
connected to the thorns
those?
stuff going on, or?
Oh.
Oh, you guys know something.
These flowers don't grow on the ground, they grow in water. And they're not from the pits. The last time I saw these flowers, I was in a field of them.
How are you in a field of them if they normally grow on water?
I don't know. But
Was it a dream?
when I told people about the flowers, they said it reminded them of a flower that grew in water.
I remember
Like,
So
you
you've
telling
never
me
seen them
that.
where they're supposed to be growing?
Mm-hmm.
There were some at the shrine, I think, but they weren't like this pink. They were like
No, they were white,
normal.
if anything.
Hmm. You think this has something to do with you, Lilia?
I don't know. I don't think so. The flowers don't have anything to do with me. More of me has to do with the flowers, if that makes any sense.
There's another place that should have these kind of vines and things around them, like the flowers. Darkland. I don't think you ever fell that far.
Hmm.
And you never described the flower to me. You should have asked.
Who?
I can't remember his name at the moment. The big guy that we saw from Darkland.
Tag?
Cag, yeah,
Yeah.
Cag.
Oh yeah, Tag.
Cag.
Cat-
Good old
Tag.
Tag.
Not
Stop
tag.
it.
Cag.
Our good
His
friend
name ain't
Taguchi.
I do love me some Taguchi.
I only asked Cag if he ever saw a field of flowers. I didn't think to describe the flower or anything. That's me being stupid. But
Hardly something you'd immediately jump to.
Yeah.
Blame yourself for that.
I don't know what it means for this to be here, but it's definitely not supposed to be. And if it is, why is it showing up now?
It's got something to do with these vines. And if you
Or
say it
like
comes from
here or
water,
something.
the closest large water body I can think of, other than the rivers, would be Agony's throat. Correct, God? Am I wrong or right?
It's been described as a lake, but it's also been described as a lake of crystal.
I'll take that as close enough.
But water does flow
Flowers
down
that
there.
grow in a lake of crystal. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's definitely water.
Yep.
Mhm.
And also my mom kind of wants me to go there, so I want to go there.
I mean, I think that's where the soul will reach its climax.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reshare this image just because, like in Discord in the call chat, just because I'm like, these vibes.
So sick.
Yeah.
If we want to crawl through that, even if we try and make it into the underloft, that's still a good 3-4 minutes of digging through it.
Yeah, and y'all might get stuck.
Me?
I wasn't saying you in particular, but I mean, none of you guys can really,
How come you won't get stuck?
Fox.
cause.
Very flexible.
Okay, but
I'm
they're also
used
really
to-
tiny.
That's why I would do so well, cause I'm small.
But Desmond's small. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but
small.
Desmond's not. Neither of you have literal cat-like tendencies.
Bagel stomps their feet a little.
Bagel, you're not small.
You're not small, buddy.
Yeah.
Bagel crouches down.
Oh,
Bagel crouches down
You're-
with the energy of a big dog that thinks it's a small dog.
Bagel,
you're small in your
Bagel,
heart.
buddy. I
Bagel,
would
remember
love
the
for you to
first
be.
time we found you?
Buddy,
Bagel.
you're gigantic. I'm sorry.
I hate to be the one to tell you this.
I love you, buddy, but you're gigantic, bro.
Bagel covers their eyes with their hands.
You're a literal ton. A literal ton.
no. Oh no, Bagel.
Bagel.
It's
Buddy.
okay.
Being big is fun. We're big
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
Bagel's a
look how
boy,
big
right?
Scarn is. It's okay.
Bagel makes a big capybara noise.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, big boy.
Capybara noise, but
Fuck
big.
yeah. Fuck.
Besides, Bagel, if you try to get through the vines, who's gonna carry Leuna?
That's true.
It's true.
You have a big job, my boy.
Big job for a big boy.
Big job for a big boy right there. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it. I assume
no,
we
take
should
your time.
stick together as a group. No, I'm just.
Splitting up now with the cult having taken over basically everything could be a bad idea.
Buddies, I'm not leaving y'all. And it's not because I'm afraid. It's because I'm afraid.
Just
Look at
out of
that.
curiosity, how is Leuna on Bagel? Is she just like sitting on him, like
Yeah.
catatonic?
You know,
Is she
Just sort of
slumped
resting
over?
on their
Riding
back.
him like a horse, or
I thought it was like slumped over like a
Yep.
drunk person on a
Yep,
horse. type
basically.
thing.
Yeah, Lilia's
Just
gonna
face
take.
over.
They seem
Well,
to
he's
be
gonna take-
like physically aware enough that they are like keeping themselves on top of Bagel when put there, but they're kind of
Yeah.
just laying forward on top of Bagel.
There's Lilia gonna take the lotus that she picked up and she's gonna put it on Leona's lap,
Oh,
so it looks like she's looking at the lotus.
oh.
oh,
Leona kind of curls in on herself a little.
I'm just thinking, if we think that this way's gonna get us faster, I could send Tabasco through. But if we're all sneaking together through the Underloft pit to get through there, I think that probably is gonna take the same time. If
Maybe
not
we could
more,
just,
because
like,
you have to
I
slip
don't know,
through
like-
Low Market.
we could maybe like chop at the vines. Could we like cut them down? Could we set them on fire or something?
These are
I wouldn't
thickums.
assume.
I don't think you're gonna.
Even with that, it would take so much time and make so much noise that we'd basically be
Who-
just
who
asking
has-
the cult to come to us.
But fire though, you guys.
So you're willing to burn down the city.
I take back my idea.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's all right, Lori.
Alright.
I make those type of misnomers all the time.
Sorry.
Pat, 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 pat.
Misnomers?
God, are you here? God, can you not chime in?
Is someone gonna actually correct me on my shit?
No, I make misnomers all the time too. It's okay.
Mhm.
So we're probably not getting through this, but going through Lowtown and Downtown also sounds pretty rough.
Yeah.
You don't really have much of a choice.
When you
Yeah,
guys
pretty
briefly
much.
passed beside Lowtown, I will note you didn't hear anything. It just felt like a desert town, like a ghost town. Not a desert town, a ghost town. The town that had been deserted, but a ghost town nonetheless. Nailed that on the
Lowtown would be
first
the
try.
worst.
Yeah, nailed it.
If everyone's becoming condensed and getting together to do a ritual, I reckon they're not going to be anywhere down here.
Probably gonna be in the heart of downtown.
That's where I'd cast something like that. Not ignore the ramifications. Yeah.
Biggest
Yeah.
problem is that downtown only has 2 bridges. Getting across those involves being basically visible from anywhere in the area. Anyone who cares to see it should.
I don't know if we have much choice.
If we're quick and quiet, we might be able to.
You'd think the Undertow would know of secret passages.
Yeah.
One of the best things about this place is that basically everywhere's known to you. If you want to take a secret passage, I mean, I'll point to the wall of thorns spreading off to the north. It'd be that. That'd be the way I would go to avoid any problems, but it's filled with death now. I reach out and like test the kind of structure of the thinner area moving down towards the Underloft pit.
Like, test the structure? Do you mean, like, just, like, look at how
Push
thick the-
against it, see how movable it is.
As you push against the thorns, they are much stronger and more resistant than you would expect plant matter to be. They do shift slightly, but when you push it, you feel like you're trying to push more against like the trunk of a tree than against vines.
Yeah, so.
These are thickums vines.
Yeah.
Thickamickums.
Are they like around? Because they made them, right? Hey, fairy, move these things. We're not leaving right now. Did it work? No, it didn't work.
Damn.
I'm gonna shoot them. I'm gonna do it. They're fucking with my dreams. They're fucking with my town. Very wild shenanigans.
Looking at my stuff.
Got this, Lilia.
What about acid?
Acid?
Try.
It might be slower, but it wouldn't take as much it wouldn't take as much time. Wow, I can't speak. It would take a lot of time, but it wouldn't be as noticeable, and it would corrode and spread through.
Wouldn't that still damage the town, though?
Mm,
Isn't that the same problem with fire?
yes and no.
If these are vines that are made by the arcane, and I'm inclined to assume so just by how quickly they grew, or like some type of effect that someone brought on, they might not react. Like, can
Like
I kind
normal
of
plants?
can I take a gander at these plants and do a guesstimation if I think they were put here by magical means or by we just grew real fast?
I mean, you can just immediately know that these were put here probably. Okay, so it would be arcane, but it would be arcane in the supernatural sense, not like these are the result of a spell, more like these are the result of something that might be from the Fey realm, or like they might be living vines, like they might all be part of one organism that is one big plant creature. If you want to roll if you want to be more specific,
yeah, I would love to roll.
Roll me either nature or arcana. Your choice.
Arcana, it's gonna be.
Okay.
I have an idea. Fairies are stupid. I'm gonna knock on it.
That's an 11.
Okay.
My general question, I guess, would be: is any spell or general attack gonna affect these, or are these like?
These don't fall into any category of thing that you've researched or remember researching, so you basically don't know.
Right.
Desmond.
Yeah, shit, knock on it.
As you reach out and you knock on one of the vines, one of the large thorn-like spikes, some of which are as large as you, they don't react, like, aggressively, but you do notice that as you touch one of them, several of the vines of thorns that are around you slowly turn toward you like a plant turning towards sunlight.
Well, now that I have your attention, open sesame.
How wild would it be if I said that worked?
He's so fucking happy.
It'd be
That'd be
really
so-
good.
that'd be
It'd
crazy.
be fun.
Crazy.
Honestly, open sesame.
I come with treats like these rations.
That can
No.
be used for.
You can't bribe
fertilizer.
thorns. I want to light you on fire. That'll be really easy. But loud.
We
Not
already have a cult we
necessarily
gotta beat.
guaranteed
Do we
to
need the
work.
vines to kick our ass?
I mean, they are kicking our ass right now. I'm not trying to go forward, and they're stopping me. That's victory on the vine side.
Very fair point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, vines. Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads, I win. Tails, you lose. If you lose, you get out of the way. All right.
Oh, you're gonna get him. Oh, you're gonna get him, Desmond.
All right, Tails, you lose. All right, sorry. Good game. Get out of the way.
Well,
No, it's vines. They don't understand words.
Best
Oh.
negotiation. I
Really
think.
banking on the fairy, like being ever present or something. I don't know how this works.
Jam root bloom
This
into
is
it.
not my forte.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You're gonna like stab the vines with root bloom?
Yeah. I'm just
Make an
gonna
attack with root bloom.
Just
Oh, yeah.
poke it with root bloom.
Hell yeah, get him.
Be like vines meet root.
Whoa.
All right.
This can only go well.
19.
Solid.
I need you to real fast. Real fast, Lilia, real quick. Roll that.
Whoa. Ooh, D100. Ooh.
Ooh.
Fat stacks like my
Can I-
ass. 71.
Fuck yeah.
Can I just ask real quick, which
Yeah.
which direction did you stab the ones heading toward the Underloft pit or the ones heading up toward Low Market?
Where's Uploft and where's Low Market? We're trying to get to the temple, right? And these are in the way, right?
Yeah, we were originally going to go
Plan,
up,
yeah.
but that would have been 40 minutes through these vines, and that would
Why the
have
fuck
been.
am I all the way over here?
death. Oh, we're all together. We're all in your.
That's where we are. Your token is representing us.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get into the Underloft.
Okay. As you stab that way, as you bring up the blade and you drive it into one particularly thick stalk of these thorns, as it pierces into it, Root Bloom glows with this very faint purplish hue, as if it is doing the exact same thing as the moonroot and the flowers that are around you. As it does, you see various lotus flowers that are growing along the path in front of you, that are growing like interspersed among the vines. They all sort of retch out, like they fully expand as though stretching, stop glowing and wither away. As they do, there is a very brief reaction from the vines that are ahead of you as they recoil back, as though shrinking back, as though a muscle that had like salt applied to it that contracts. And the way that it heads down to there does thin out somewhat.
What?
And you
Oh, fun
feel
trick
just
works.
this
Correct.
reaction from Root Bloom that feels almost angry. Like a heat from the handle of it as it shifts, as though coming into contact with these thorns has enraged it somehow. Not at you. It's intuitive enough that you don't think it's mad that it was used in this way, but it feels decisively like the weapon does not like whatever this is in front of it that it has just struck. Like a righteous rage is pointed toward these vines.
Oh, that did more than I expected.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Well, we've got something we can use for now, I think.
Might be
Maybe
enough
you
to
should
get us to
try
the
on-
Underloft.
Yeah.
Whatever these are, Root Bloom doesn't like it.
And they don't seem to like Root Bloom.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the feeling's mutual.
Thank you, Root Bloom.
Huh.
Thank you.
Yeah, way to go, Root Bloom.
What a good sword.
Mm-hmm.
As you proceed forward, you do come to several points that as you're moving, the thorns that are around you, I'm assuming you're going into, you're going to like proceed
Yeah.
now through that passage? Okay.
Yeah.
As you do, the thorns very slowly begin repositioning themselves, like expanding back out from the walls. Lilia, you get the sense that you would probably have to do this at least a couple more times, otherwise they're going to close in around you.
Yeah.
So
she will do as such.
I'd like you to do another attack roll.
Can we talk down Root Bloom because he's seeming a little bit mad? I don't want him to feel bad. You
He's
know what I
not.
mean?
Yeah.
Root Bloom's not mad.
I'm sorry,
at
I
us.
also
They're-
misgendered him, her, them. I don't know.
Nat19.
God damn.
27.
We love Root Bloom.
Roll me,
Yeah, we
roll me a
do.
D100
Holy
again.
shit.
12.
As you strike into it again this time, it takes another moment. You see the flowers that are ahead of you instead of immediately dying out as though the light's being sucked out of them, they seem to fight back for a moment. They seem to recoil and like shrink in on themselves, and they glow brighter. As they do, your hand hurts briefly. Root bloom, though it's not made of metal, heats up to a point that I am going to need you to make real fast. I always say real fast. It's because I'm buying time. I need you to make this Constitution saving throw. That is a fail. Lilia, you take 14 points of fire damage. Please mark it down on your own sheet as it burns your hands. The glow from Root Bloom, once again, that soft pinkish lavender glow, builds up. And after a moment, as you push through, the thorns and vines that are in front of you once again contract back against the walls. But either they are more aggressive the further you go, or Root Bloom can't do this repeatedly. It's more difficult for it. It's like substantially, even on this the second time.
See, I told you.
You start to
talk 'em down.
You start to hear the sound of shifting and creaking wood. As looking back down the tunnel where you came and forward, you notice that the thorns and vines, even around where you're not separating them, start shifting and moving as if the collective, if we were to think of the thorns as a collective town-wide organism, the whole thing seems to now be aware that it's being attacked, and it is shifting slightly.
Oh, that is our sign to get the frickin' fuck out of here.
As you proceed forward, you start to see that you are close to making it to the Underloft pit, and if I may make a call on your behalf, you note that you are closer to the other side than you are to where you came from, and both are closing in. So, please make me another attack roll.
Alrighty.
Oh!
Only way out is through.
Going back now. Here we go.
15.
15 works. I will need one last time. This D100 roll.
Blah.
Crazy.
23.
It heats up more so than last time. One more time, I need this Constitution saving throw.
Good boy.
Ooh.
6.
Lilia,
Oh, wait,
you take.
What's that thing where I can give them bardic? Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm finding because
Inspiring
I have so
sting.
many things.
I'm gonna give you a little cheat code here, real quick, before you do that. So, they last time they got a 14 and still took damage. Or sorry, no,
Oh, you're
last time they
right.
got a 10 and still took damage. This time they got a
10.
6. So you could get them
Yeah.
higher with it.
The way that you just said 14, though, makes me feel
I
like
was
you may have
mistaken. I
slipped,
read the
and
wrong
that's-
thing. I read the wrong thing is what just happened. Don't take that as any kind of hint. I read the damage they took accidentally.
Okay, I'm an inspiring sting. Like, that's the right one, right?
What does Lilia have to roll? D8, D10?
To have them roll a die equal to your bardic inspiration and add it to. So,
Come on,
pretty sure it's an
Lillian, how it's time to blow thorns down. Now we got to
D8?
blow this
It's time
fucker
to blow
down.
doors down. Yes, D8, yes.
1.
Well,
They're gonna kill us if we do not blow thorns down.
yeah.
Lilia, unfortunately, that
Yeah.
doesn't put you back above it. You take another 14 points of fire damage. Technically more dice, but I rolled the same total. As you guys push through, you almost let go of Root Bloom from the heat of it, but at the last moment, there is a minor, like, wave of arcane, this, like, natural druidic energy that spawns out from it through the vines, and they retract back. As they do, Root Bloom is okay, but you notice that it, like, loses its color a little bit. As it seems like the organism that is that weapon is exhausted. You guys rush forward, moving through the thorns, and you emerge into the Underloft pit, moving past the reach of the thorny tunnels, which relatively quickly close in behind you.
On the upside, no one's following us.
Mm-hmm.
On the downside, we wanted to go around this place.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not the deepest pit. We could have ended up down in the Twisting Pit or World Town.
There's just like the release of just like, and then she just hugs Root Bloom. Her hands are
Way to
burned.
go.
Make sure you mark on your own sheet the 28 total damage, by the way.
Oh, I just took it out of my HP.
Okay, that's what I mean. That's what I want you to
Yeah, yeah. I already did that, yeah.
Oh, your poor fluffy
Lilia.
bunny mitts.
It's okay. We got forward. Though
Thanks for doing that. My coin trick is definitely not gonna work.
it might be
the princess of the people.
it might be a bit before I can keep doing that. Not really so much me, but Root Bloom I think needs a breather or two.
You feel better.
I feel better.
Have exactly the right amount of healing.
You're welcome.
The one time that fucking
One sec, let me
that
cast
Lawrence is just like-
anti-fire.
literally Lawrence is just like healed. Like what
You
the
for
fuck?
real doing the fucking
Bro came out with the fucking perfect Riz hands.
Yeah, right. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm like, what the hell?
What burns?
Lilia, you get the sense
Yeah, right?
from your connection to the organic weapon that is Root Bloom that it's not going to be doing that anymore, at least today. It seems to have spent whatever reserve of energy it used to do that, gone.
Yeah, that's just like, yeah, don't ask Root Bloom to do that again, at least for today.
Whatever you wish.
Although, based on everything we just saw, I have a bad feeling. A really bad feeling.
She just kind of like looks at where there would be like withered and tattered up lotus flowers everywhere.
Which seem to start healing remarkably fast.
Let's keep
Whatever's
going.
going on. Yeah, we'll get through it together, Lillian.
Yeah, we will.
I got you.
All right.
I'm
May
like,
I
pat your knee
may
or
I
your
make
calf.
May I make an assumption that your movement from here on will be up through Underloft Pit toward Temple?
B.
All right. As you guys make that movement, as you head in that direction, we're at about halfway through the game. So I'm going to say let's take a really quick break as of that. Also, Lilia, please gain a point of inspiration. You already have one.
I
You
already
already have one,
Yeah,
Lilia.
you did so good.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go, Lilia.
Well,
I don't have one.
I can only
Yeah. Let him stack.
choose someone to get one then.
Hi, Lilia. You're so
that's
pretty.
The only people who don't have them are Desmond, Pepper, and Skarn.
Oh, give it to Pepper. Give it to Desmond or Skarn. I'm good with that.
I think I'm gonna give it to Skarn.
All right. I'll mark it on your sheet, Skarn.
Ow!
You got a point
I
of
need it.
inspiration.
I need it because I'm gonna fail.
Oh, goddamn.
But everybody, really quick break. Go ahead and get your drinks, refresh yourselves, do your stuff, and we will come back very, very shortly.
I want you to know that
I'll be right back.
when I said at the
Hi,
beginning I had a headache, I was real and it just stopped.
Oh,
Oh, that
I'm
inspiration.
sorry, but also good.
No, it's like it's good. I think it was the inspiration that I needed.
That's
Need
funny.
the
Oh,
inspo.
we just got a raid going
Oh.
back into.
Thanks for the word.
Yes, thank you. Oh, where is their name? World Eater Rapunzel. What a name.
Yep.
But thank you for
I'll be
raiding.
right back. Ciao.
Oh, everyone, hey! This is your mid-stream reminder that we have Wits and Crits coming up soon. So if you're a part of our Discord community, which you can find out how to join our Discord community in our Twitch chat, we are currently having a... for those who don't know, Wits and Crits is our questionnaire show hosted by the Hidden Sob, who is a very amazing, talented person. And this month's guests are Spencer Downs and Eric Embleton. That is current player and DM of our Pathfinder game, Star Clutch. They also have played in past games, such as Vestige of a Fucus, all the good stuff, Tomb of Annihilation, Princess of the Apocalypse, Fate, all that good stuff. Get your questions in for them. It's gonna be really fun. And yeah, give them some real head turners. I was on one of the most recent ones, and I can say you guys asked some pretty good questions, so ask away. Also, welcome Cloaker Games for joining stream. And I know you guys you guys watch our videos. It's so wonderful to see a lot of our audience who watch our videos /TikToks /YouTube Reels come and join us on Twitch. We appreciate you guys. So, you know, if you're here, sound off in the YouTube comments or wherever you watch your Nat19 content. If you watch our podcasts, I'm sorry, you can't really comment anywhere. But if you're in our Discord, you can be like, I'm one of those people that Brett mentioned. Could be neat. Always great to see you guys lurking and talking and stuff. I hope you all are having a lovely, lovely, lovely May. I think it's still May. I think it is. Yeah, it is May. It's still May. Oh, baby. Is anyone else here? Oh my god, have I been left alone? Oh my god. Chat. This is a dangerous moment. Bread vamps are the greatest vamps. Thank you. I have been sipping on Diet Dr. Pepper all session. It's been lovely. And I had a pub sub, which is... I'm sure some people will not know what I'm talking about, and other people will be like, yes! I hope you all are having a good day as well. Heckin'. Stop! You guys are gonna get me in trouble! Black Ace, get out of here, you scamp. Quick, while the DM is gone, shoot Vilgrace. Well, don't you know that's what happened in the thumbnail? That or Vilgrace had a very unfortunate accident with his bottle of ketchup. He was trying to make a sandwich.
I have returned.
Hi, Logan.
Hi.
Hey. Hey. How you doing?
Water.
Oh. You're right. Let me pour myself another crisp glass of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Another
Did you...
crisp glass of water.
I don't go there.
You don't go to water?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I should go more to water.
Yeah. One can dream that we will
Is
be
it just
sponsored
UI
by the
in
Doctor
chat?
of Pepper one day.
Hello, chat. Hoi hoi.
Yeah, I've just been chit-chatting and vamping.
Chit-chatting.
Yeah, I think Vilgrace was trying to make a sandwich and he had to shake his ketchup bottle, but it popped open, and that's what the thumbnail
It
is
just like
today.
splashed on his mask, and he was like,
No, I needed this for my ham sandwich. Can a guy want a burger around here?
Heinz.
Oh, you're recently watching Vestige and Fenris and Tantia's early interactions are very fun. I like that ship as well.
I imagine you do. It's been so long. Every time I think about the start of Vestige, I'm like, oh, we're 20-year-old babies. Mid-20-year-old babies, except those of us that weren't 20.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So tiny.
I haven't aged
UI,
since
so
Vestige.
unrefined. Mic setup.
If anything,
so random.
I've become more immature.
Music, so illegal.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought they
Growing up
never
right, Braden, is about figuring out how to be more immature, but like correctly.
I know, I'm Benjamin Buttoning on the maturity
from,
side.
Going from immature, parentheses annoying, to immature, parentheses sincere.
Yep. I'd like to say I make the lads and ladies laugh a lot.
Oh. Wow. Do you?
Forgive me. I I was on a really cool film set. If you guys want to follow the Instagram for it, oh shit, it's something Watson. Oh no. Oh, My Dear Watson. Yes, I was costumer on My Dear Watson, and the leads in that were really living for my sense of humor.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I was not there one of the days, and literally as I walked in, they were like, "Yes, the funny jokes."
Aw, that's cute as
Yes.
fuck.
It's me, the professional funny haha man.
Fuck yeah.
Which is genuinely what I tell people I do.
Dude, me too.
Is explaining you're an actor.
Like, I need to go write the tee-hee ha-has.
Mm-hmm. Being like, oh, I'm an actor, but I'm also a costumer, but I'm also...
Yeah, if I need to sound like an adult, I'm like, I'm a video. Like, but...
You just cut out on my end, so it's like, if
Yeah.
I need to sound like
I'm
an
a
adult, I
video.
say, I'm a video.
I'm a video.
I'm a video.
I'm a video. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a video.
Excuse
video
me, your
editor.
multiple videos
I killed the
with-
radio
with
star.
Millions of views.
You're welcome.
Is this Watson in this picture, Braden, that I found in this GIF? Is this Watson? Is this Dear Watson?
My
Okay, dude.
Dear Watson.
This is
Oh,
him. Channel 3's
I
interviewing
love
My
that.
Dear Watson.
That's me. That's me when it's my turn
Sherlock
in
Holmes,
combat,
but
and you're like,
set
what are you
in
doing?
Sherlock Holmes, but set in Beastars, and Watson is a deer when.
I don't
Incredible.
know. I
There's
would
a
have to-
demand.
I'd
Someone
have
write that
to ask-
fanfic.
I'll have to ask. You know, that's so funny because the director, when he was posting his like post My Dear Watson stuff, he was like, "My days of writing Sweet Life of Zach and Cody fan fiction has taken me so far."
What a wild fucking fandom to be in. Fuck yeah.
I
respect.
know. I
Yeah.
asked him for the fan. I asked him for the fan fiction, and he's like, "Gone to the Wind."
Liar.
Which is such a funny.
No,
Yeah,
liar.
probably.
Absolute fucking liar. That's fucking great.
Lost to the ages. Password lock, password lock, password lock, password lock.
But it's
Dude,
a really
for
fun
real, like-
story. It's a beautiful LGBTQ story.
Aww.
It's very fun.
So they
It's
say.
Gay.
gonna be very. Oh, very. But like multiple.
Hell
They're
yeah.
cheerleaders
Multi-gay.
communicating. It's cute.
The best kind of gay.
Yes, the Glee kind of gay.
Paragay.
Super gay.
Super gay.
Super. I've also been watching a lot of One Piece.
The amount of like separate times in the last month people have told me in various ways of, you'd kill it on Davy. And I'm like, thanks, but I'm very straight and still incredibly single. So that's just what we
Damn.
call a Shakespearean tragedy.
Yeah.
Davey. What the
For
fuck
real,
is
bitch.
Davey?
Davy
Davy
Street's
Street.
a famously gay part of Vancouver.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where we usually hold Pride, where
Mm-hmm.
apparently the only good poutine place in the city is now.
Now.
Gay poutine.
And gay
Hooray.
poutine.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And a bunch of really, really sick bars, which makes sense. Because if I'm gonna trust
Oh.
any demographic
Yeah.
in the city to make fucking sick bars, it's gonna be the gay people.
The best,
Damn fucking
the best
right.
the best bars and clubs are in the gay districts of wherever you are. That's just matter
Always.
of fact.
Yep.
If you're in Florida, go to Wilton Manors.
Found out when my mom was living in the city years back, they were dating a guy, and he didn't want like random guys coming up and flirting with my mom. So he would take my mom to gay bars just because he's like, yeah, they're not
Also,
going to be interested in you. And so my
what
mom's
an
like, yeah, but now they're
insecure
flirting
piece
with
of
you.
An absolute insecure piece of shit.
This
My
is
god.
Weird story. Oh, some random guy. I mean, to be fair, even if you're not insecure, it is uncomfortable sometimes. I went to a bar with my mom, And I can't repeat what a greasy mountain man told me in the bathroom, but it was moments after he was absolutely trying to like lumberjack Riz my mother, and I was like,
Ew.
I have to go, sir.
I
You
come
have a
back to?
lovely day.
I'm sorry. Anytime anyone flirts with my mom,
Lumberjack
it's on
Riz my
motherfucking
mom.
sight. I'm sorry. I'm her Chihuahua bodyguard.
For real.
Stay away!
My mom's single. If she wants to hook up with people, that was her business. But I don't want to fucking hear about it, especially not from fucking like the man who's made of Slim Jims. Like,
That is probably the best but worst descriptor.
it's just leathery and gross.
God, shiver me
Leath-
timbers. That sounds awful.
I don't think people should ever be described as leathery.
Yeah. Seems accurate though.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
No, I
Vilgrace
fucking
to be
believe it.
described as
I
leathery.
believe
think
that
that's
everybody
the-
has
fuck yeah,
returned,
dude.
have they not?
Yeah, I had to just get a sandwich. I haven't eaten in, well, I had crackers, but I haven't eaten in like 3 days.
Oh,
What the fuck, Anna?
I threw up at work.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know of the
I
brat
didn't eat 'cause I
diet?
didn't want to.
Do you know of the brat diet, Anna?
No, love
I've
the brat
done the
diet.
chicken
That
diet.
literally last night.
Yeah.
And the duck
It's-
diet.
Yeah, heck, the brat diet is bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. It's stuff that goes really easy on your belly. You should be.
Yeah. Well, now now it's been a bit, so I think I should be able to eat normal stuff now. So I
Okay.
just made a sandwich, but
Okay. If you end up throwing that up, if something's going on, just like eat rice.
yeah,
Yeah, bananas.
yeah. No, I've got a backup plan in case this doesn't work out.
Okay.
It's death. It's starving to
I was
death.
gonna say it better not be kill self. Swear to God.
All right, roll call. Justice. All right, so we're not. Whoop!
then.
Oh, I heard it! I heard it!
There is.
All right,
There
let's try this again. Okay, hold on. Justice.
I keep muting myself because like, hey, how you doing?
All right, that's everyone.
Perfect.
All right, are we ready to jump back in then? Everybody's good to go. Skarn has an inspiration now, so you know how you can spend that. When you make a d20 roll, you can choose to use it to roll it with advantage or roll it again. Heckin'.
Hella fuck yeah, dude.
Ah! It was me changing the scene from the thumbnail to. That was me splitting the screen, sorry. All right, so you guys, real heckin' quick. I'm now aware of how much I've said real fast, and I'm trying to get ahead
I
of
hate
it.
when that happens.
When you realize you say a thing a lot, even if it's just that day, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck. yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's like
dude,
just.
Hayden was like, yeah. Hayden was like telling us a
remember.
story the other night, and me and Chase were both fucking just being like, correct, like all the time, and I was like, oh my. God.
Yeah, you guys
But then
do.
your brain is like, but that's the applicable thing to say. That's what you want to say. it's a whole fucking thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's don't do it. Find something else. Find another way of saying that. He's like, you're right.
So true.
So the thing,
bestie.
Carrie, about that is
Yeah,
another
dude.
thing that
That's
you
what
and
I
Chase
say.
say a lot is "you're right." So
You're
you would just
right.
jump from one
Yeah.
thing to another thing.
No, for
No, I
fucking real.
maybe
bitch.
it's just part of my exact type of heckin' evident neurodivergence, but I hate it when things repeat too much. I don't like it when things start to get rote, and I've been very vocal in the past about that. So whenever I have a pattern or like a phrase that I use too much, or I hear other people using them too much, I start getting cranky about it. So I try to avoid it. So
My dad used to do that a lot. I'd be a little kid talking about stuff, and he'd be like, and after a while, I started picking up on, you don't care.
yep.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive too to when like people have like personal catchphrases that they use. Like not that this one is one, but the correct. Like if someone says a thing the same way a lot, not necessarily repeatedly like in a day, just I am aware that
As
it
a
is a
catchphrase come
predetermined
out.
response that they sort of have practiced. My brain starts to be like, I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what it is about it, but my brain's like, I don't like that.
Don't phone in
Brain's
your
like,
conversation with me.
Shut up.
In my brain,
Yeah,
and everyone,
that's not even
everyone
what's
has
happening.
these things.
It's so funny.
But and everyone has
Totally.
these things, and like so I get
Yeah.
by it. Like I don't make it the other person's problem. I get over it. But my brain does, for some reason, take that as like a lack of being genuine, and I'm like, I think it's maybe
All right.
just the neurodivergent part of my brain.
Right,
that,
sorry.
Oh no, Braden. Love you so much. There was a period of time where you were one of the biggest offenders for this.
I remember when people
Damn.
were counting me.
Fucking Arnar. You fucking
Oh,
can go to space
yeah.
and leave. Fucking.
Oh, right.
I
You're
also
right,
I also dislike being able to predict people's responses in that way because it makes me, and this is gonna sound really pompous. I'm like, why do I even need to have you in the conversation if I know what you're gonna say? But
Damn.
well, it's like I said, I deal with it. Like I have these
Yeah.
feelings, but then I'm like, this is unreasonable, and I get past
And
it.
like you said, it's your flavor of fucking neurospice,
Yeah,
and that's fine.
yeah. Everyone's
Naughty
got it.
toast.
That's how it be.
I'm aware enough of it that when I start to get kind of cranky about it and start to be like, bleh, I'm like, fucking get over yourself, me. Come on. People
Yeah,
say
just
things
shut the fuck
way.
up.
People
You
say
gotta
things
fight some
ways. Whatever.
impulses. There's
Yeah.
I talked to Cody about it ages ago because they naturally will respond like when they're just agreeing with you or
Yep.
like when they're just
Yeah.
saying please keep talking like I'm listening. But I don't know who in my family or someone in my past, there is a part of my brain that if you make that specific noise at me, it tells me you're just not listening to me.
Yep.
So I'm like, no,
Damn.
they're listening. They're listening. I need to just
Like,
keep
don't
going.
get angry at them. They're listening.
And I'm
Fine.
probably better at it nowadays. But there was like a really early period where it was like, oh, do they not like me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there must have been something like early on baked in me where either someone told me that I had repeated patterns like that or something, so I internalized it as bad, or I had someone in my
Yeah.
life who like did that to a
No.
point where I felt like I wasn't being listened to. I don't know what it was, but I bet it was one of those two things.
But something fucking happened
Yeah.
and it pissed
Because
me off.
for people like us, most of the time when people have like those sort of adverse reactions, either someone pointed out we did it at a young age and it made us feel bad, like about us. So we were like, well, if I have to feel bad about it, other people can't do it either. That's only fair.
Yeah.
And then we forget, you know?
Yeah.
And we
We're
project.
like, what do they think they're doing?
Yeah.
They can't do that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's okay. I'm not gonna get into trauma things. It's like how I walk very softly. Like when I walk, I usually try to keep my footsteps really light, because someone very aggressively, I was intentionally being a stompy little 10-year-old walking down the road with someone when I was a 10-year-old, and they decided to tell me that the way I walked was embarrassing for them. In general,
Jesus Christ!
and they
When
made-
you're 10,
and they made way more of a meal out of it than they should have. And so the rest of my life, I was like, better walk softly. Fucking better not ever do that again.
Right.
Again, better
Yeah,
be
that's real.
better. So I think that's actually when I started like toe walking.
Yep.
I don't
No,
toe walk all the
yep,
time
I
now,
do
but
that
I
too.
toe walked for like from like 10 to 21.
Me and my brother toe walk because we just like dinosaurs.
That's also a good reason. Toe walking
gotta-
is one of those like things that it's like, oh, your brain's spicy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
You'll
did
be,
it
you'll
because
be,
of
you'd be
ballet.
surprised
wanted-
how easy it is to shame a child and then just traumatize them through that.
Yep, and create a
Dude, for
habit.
real. For, like one sentence can fucking ruin your life. It's
Yep.
crazy.
I wanted those fawn shoes so badly.
Aw.
You know the ones with the
Aw,
hooves where you stand on your
yeah.
toes for them. So I like practiced. This also comes from the era of me petitioning I would make a great mermaid, which I still petition, but
Of course.
Braden,
Being
you
like,
would make an
here's my
amazing
budget.
mermaid.
It's
Oh,
true.
thank you. I know someone should buy me a mermaid tail. Let me put it.
Yeah, right?
Please, please,
Okay.
please.
I'm gonna tell a funny thing that I saw on TikTok, and then we're gonna start playing. It was two mermaid ladies on the side of a pool with their like tails on, and they were like just leaning outside the pool, and they were holding
Yes.
hands, and they were just like
I
fucking
know this.
gamer girls. I thought you said gamer girls.
Fuck yes.
I was like, that's fucking the fact that you have the tails.
It's
and
still
shit, you
mermaid. Please draw Tonti and Fenris as mermaids. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay,
I
let's
feel
get
like that's
back
something
in.
someone already done.
Yeah, they gotta have, yeah.
Someone's already done this. I feel like I've seen it already.
Yeah.
No, I wish.
Swear. No, I swear.
you
it's
find
been
it.
done already.
Throw it our way. That said, let's
Fuck,
get.
Is it a vision? Oh, sorry.
Also, partway through game, Din sent me. They're doing a thing.
no.
They're at a con. Apparently they're giving away free Red Bull at their con, and they're like, "I wish you were here." And I was like, "I wish I was fucking there."
Yeah, goddamn.
They have a Nerf section. They have like a Nerf area, and free Red Bull.
Oh my god.
Why is
That
this
con's for
con?
Logan.
This con
Is
should
it
be at
called
my
Logan
house.
Con?
Why isn't this
What the
con at
fuck?
my house?
Is it called Logan Con?
To your house.
Logan, I need to take you to dance events because you would go crazy for the literal multiple buckets full of free Red Bull, and they encourage you to take more home.
First of all, yes, I would love to do that. Let's go do that. Second of all, guys, I think Justice just asked me out. What do I say?
I
You
I want
lucky
to.
son of a bitch.
I want to say
Holy
yes.
Shit.
I want to say yes, but I don't want to make it seem too eager.
Okay. Just take it slow. Just take
What
it slow.
you gotta do,
yeah.
what you gotta do is you just, don't look directly at him, like curl your hair a little bit, and be like, I guess
It's very short.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
short.
I'll be
It'll
real
be
with
hard.
you.
I'll try.
I'll be real with you. I'm very autistic. That does not work for me. Be very direct. You gotta spell that shit out immediately.
You gotta do the Lily.
I am the person that's gonna be like, they're being nice.
I'm letting
You know.
you know now, Justice. I'm letting you know now,
real,
Justice.
though?
If you ever ask a girl or a guy or anybody with long hair this thing, and that's their response to like kind of curl their hair and be like, I don't know, maybe let's see let's figure it out. They're interested.
No. I see that. But I'm
fucking
still gonna be autistic and look at them deadpan and be like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
I love the meme. Love them repeating.
Because they're gonna figure that out eventually in the relationship. So I'm gonna start right there. All right.
We're not beating around the bush. Yes or no?
I love the.
Yay or nay, bae.
I love the TikTok fucking meme that I keep seeing going around, kind of in that vein. That's just someone doing a cool thing, and then the text like, "Sorry that I texted you back right away. I'm an adult and I like you a lot."
Yep.
Dude, give me that fucking energy, dude. Everybody
Bro.
have that energy while dating. Fuck.
Okay.
I need to find her.
Okay.
Right, fuck.
D&D. I think we're here to play a game. So
That's stupid.
let's do that.
Nah, we're here to just be friends and talk about how fucking autistic we are.
Yep, that seems to be.
Let's be real.
Okay. You guys enter into the Underloft pit.
Ah!
Heck.
It's my getting back into character.
As you enter into the Underloft pit,
Woo.
exiting from the Way of the Thorns, and you look around, you see that there is quite a bit of that whirly-curly white mist that seems to have settled here. And you don't see much in the way of people or life. You guys, I take your silence as you are proceeding to move through it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
we have
I think
any
so.
W.
shorthand, anything going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
As with before, as you exit out into the tunnels and you begin moving up, you have a brief fun memory of that time that you caught two people making out in these tunnels, and wasn't the game fun back then?
Oh,
And
yeah.
proceed on forward beyond there. You
Wonder
move
how
up.
those people are doing.
Yeah.
That's
Hope
always
they're
fun.
okay.
Yeah,
Diddy,
they're
diddy,
okay.
diddy, diddy.
As you proceed up toward the temple area, the mists do thin out as they were before. As you scale the area up and get roughly 100 feet elevated beyond where you were, moving toward the temple. As you come close to it, you see that the mists seem almost to be pushed back from the temple, from the pit that it's in, as if some kind of force is causing it to thin out more rapidly, heading toward it. You come to the general conclusion that something about the nature of it being a god's sanctuary might be protecting it. As you move through, there is a very, very light amount of mist that is pooling mostly in the lower area of that pit. The temple itself, the sanctuary, is on an elevated section in the middle of it. The areas below that elevated section are where the mist is pooling somewhat. As you push in and head toward Karagash's sanctuary, you do start to hear the faint sounds of people moving about and noise, and as you come up onto the cliff and you move onto that upper plateau, You do see that there are townsfolk. There are beds that have been laid out, like like makeshift beds that have been laid out. The injured appear to be laying down in this area. The houses that are on the upper area appear to mostly be open and seem to be heavily occupied by townsfolk who don't seem to pay any mention or notice to you as you enter into the area. This place, as best you can tell, seems to be where most people have retreated. Two. I didn't say the last word of the sentence.
No, even without
That
the
works
two.
fine.
It felt wrong. It felt like
Yeah,
it
works
needed
fine,
two.
That works fine.
Is
Where we've retreated to.
Where we've
Electric
retreated.
Boogaloo.
Nice.
To where we have retreated.
Your days are numbered. I will kill you.
You.
I never would have guessed.
When they did
Me?
Match the flaps.
Funny me meme. Points at self. Huh?
Blushes. Oh. Okay.
Anyways, we'll go in, look for anyone that we specifically recognize.
Alrighty.
Is gold
This is
doll in there?
Sorry, what place was this? I'm in my notes again.
Karagash's
We're in-
sanctuary. This is the
That's the
temple.
word.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Karagash.
You guys are the main doors, which are normally kept closed, except when people are entering or leaving, appear to be open consistently right now. As you proceed forward and you head inside, it's more of the same, mostly people trying to find space, people who seem to be injured, seeking medical attention. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for inside amongst the very light wails and murmurs of those who are taking shelter here?
Lunella Saun would be our first spots because they're our biggest points of contact here.
All right, so you want to head deeper into the temple, head towards Soon's chamber?
Yep.
Okay. You guys do so. You press inward. Nobody seems to be there to stop you. When you entered into the area, you did notice some people watching you as you came in, but they stopped paying much mind to you once you were actually there. Pressing in, you head to the inner sanctuary and then past it and head toward the chamber at the back where Soun was, where Soun had told Lilia and Skarn before about the parasite and caused them to lose a night of their life. This sounds more nefarious than it is when I put it that way. As you...
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh no, it's because it was nefarious, Logan.
It was supposed to be the night of my life, but
They
I
were-
lost the night.
They were proving...
Lily was trying to lose a night in a different
I'm
way.
talking about when they
Yes,
told
he
you guys
was.
about the parasite.
Right.
I'm not talking about the other night. So you press forward, you come to
Shoot,
the
I remember
doors,
that night every night.
which appear to be open. The doors to Saun's chamber, the large, ornamental, dimly lit chamber, are still open, and inside you do not see Saun. Instead, you see Leonin, who appears to be leaning at a central, table bench area that is inside. They look to be in better health than when you left, when they were barely struggling to survive. For those who do not immediately recognize the name, Leonin being the Moonraiser, the head of this temple, who almost was killed by Moontheris whenever they
The
invaded
one with
the inner
pink
sanctuary.
hair.
The one with pink hair.
Yeah.
That is correct. They appear to be inside. There is a familiar one of the temple knights that is next to them, keeping guard. As they do this, their hand goes to their side as if preparing to defend Leonin, but when they see who's there, they stop. Leonin raises up one of their hands as if to signal to them not to take any violent action toward you, not that they needed to. And Leonin calls across you guys, their voice echoing through the hollow chamber. You have returned. You have returned from... Well,
What?
you have returned hopefully having stopped Moontheris.
Darish isn't going to be a problem anymore.
Good. You all seem to be in relatively good health.
Physically, at least.
We've also brought back the treasure she stole.
Good. That staff is one of... not a unique one, necessarily, but something that those that stand against the tenets of Chan Karagosh, sorry, I'm still not doing so well, apparently, should not be wielding.
You healing, my man? You okay?
No. I'm beyond magical healing. I just need my body to recover.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna take a bit more than a spot of magic to fix what happened to your body.
Did you have any trouble getting back? Like through the city, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vines aplenty.
You've seen the thorns then.
Mm-hmm.
It's one problem after another. Luckily, that problem served to help us partially. I'm not sure what you've seen of them, but the thorns are not on our side, just as they are not on the side of the cult. They sealed off some of the lower passageways, which allowed us to bottleneck the cult when they were trying to come after us here. And
Stop them from surrounding you.
Yes. We managed to push them back and thin their numbers. Until a few days ago, anyway.
What happened a few days ago?
A few days ago, the cult's behavior changed somewhat. We presumed it must have had something to do with what you were doing. Either that Muntharis was on their way back, or that Muntharis would not be returning. But in either case, they stopped trying to force their way into here. They just stopped trying to come after the remainder of the townsfolk who'd been shielded here. They pulled back. We managed to push forward, push through the sentries and guards that they left in Lowtown and Downtown. And for the most part, those places are safe to travel through, though we're having people stay here for the most part, just in case the cult reemerges. We pushed them back as far as the crack rot, infiltrated them briefly, and found out that over the past few days, they've been gathering the people they captured there, what people they could take from the town, what bodies they could find. And their leader, Vilgrace, has been preparing a ritual using them. Sa'un has been instrumental in all of this. Instrumental in saving us and pushing them back. A couple of days ago, though, when he realized what they were doing, he made a point of trying to push his way in, determined to either take them down or fall trying. He seemed confident that he couldn't be killed by them. But we've seen cult members since then, and can confirm that they've continued to prepare for this ritual. So I can only assume that the sheer numbers he faced were too much for him. We haven't seen him since.
Heroic but foolish.
Just looking at Lilia.
No, she's not saying anything.
If you got to here, I assume that you've been through downtown.
No, not yet.
No.
No?
We came through the underloft.
How did you manage that?
I was able to quell some of the thorns with root bloom.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She just kind of like shows over Root Bloom, kind of looking dull, not as shiny.
That name sounds vaguely familiar. Root bloom.
It seems to react similar to the moon root in the pits.
Well,
Did a number on her hand though.
and that
Yeah,
allowed you to move
I'll
through
be
the
fine.
thorns?
Briefly.
At least long enough to go through them.
Do you think that you
Yeah, it
could
wasn't
use
easy.
that? Oh, you haven't seen it, I suppose, but almost half of downtown has been overtaken by them. Much more so than the tunnels.
No, we barely got through the several hundred feet we needed to get from.
Root Bloom will need some time to rest before I can do that again.
We've been trying to formulate a way to get through the several hundred feet of pure thorns that are stopping us from leaving. Given that the cult doesn't seem to have left either, we assume that the Undertow primary HQ has also been blocked off. It's been beneficial because that means that we've managed to sequester the remainder of the cult in the crack rot. But also they're so concentrated there that we're unable to do much of anything. So, we're at something of a loss. And he leans back in his chair.
Have we recovered any of the patients from the Resting Head Clinic? There was one there we need to speak with. I don't know if that area is caught off by the vines or not.
So as a note, because I think it's what you're getting at asking, are you inquiring about
Did we get him
Buckethead?
here?
Buckethead?
Yeah.
Buckethead was in the cells in the crack rot. They were in the same cell as Pepper whenever you guys were there.
That's right. They captured
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, they got him.
Yeah.
But for the purposes of having asked it, if anybody is there, then they're trapped inside or dead.
That makes sense.
That section of the tunnels, of the caves, is completely filled. He describes to you the area that is filled with it, filled with the thorns, and I'm just going to quickly use a pointer here on the map. Basically, everything from there, from that line toward the entrance he describes to you, is nothing but thorns.
God.
I'm just kind of on the player's side. On the yeah, there. People at home can see it. He describes to you that the exit from Low Market up into downtown and then forward up basically until the tunnel on the other side is one massive wall of thorns, like a few hundred feet of just pure thorn. He also describes to you, just to shorthand it, that they did try to go into the river and tried to go underneath them, but the thorns have effectively gone down to the bottom of the river as well. They've tried to dig around them, and it seems like the thorns have entered into the walls and go as far in as they are capable of digging before the stone gets too difficult to move through. The shorthanded, their main, ever since the cult receded, they described to you that their main priority has been trying to get out, but every possible way they've tried to, including moving through other tunnels outside the town, the thorns seem to be intelligent enough that at any possible way people could escape, they are blocked off. That these thorns have very intelligently and deliberately set themselves up in places that prevent the escape of the townsfolk.
Jesus.
That's why I don't like Faye. As of 2 weeks ago.
What I don't understand is if the vines aren't working for the cult and they're not helping us, why do the Fae want to keep us here?
Why do they want to keep people in Darkland?
To keep
Maybe they just
nibbling your
feed off of
memories,
it.
probably.
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
just, this is just how they do, I guess.
As you guys
Could be
say,
the
Unless
very-
God tells me differently, I'm going to
Yeah.
believe that.
no, you guys don't necessarily. You can come to whatever conclusions you want to come to.
Oh, don't bullshit me, man, with this fucking free will shit.
Fucking tell us what it is,
You say you
Logan.
come up with a theory, you don't objectively know if it's true or not. However, we'll tell you as you talk about it openly. You do see Leonin and the Temple Knight that are with them. You see them glaze over, and you guys have your first instance of like, oh, that's what this looks like from the outside. You see that they seem to become a little bit unresponsive. Most of you don't know what this look is. Very, like, at the start of it.
Oh!
Pepper, you're like, oh, fuck. Right.
Yeah.
You remember that Kathos freed the people in the party specifically from the effect, but that did not extend to anyone else.
No, it was the kind of thing he did. Damn it. I think we just about crossed the threshold of what he was able to hear.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking about the Fae and it doing this, they seem to glaze over. I will also note, Pepper, that this particular glaze over is more... I don't want to say Leona-like because I don't want to draw a parallel between the two situations, but rather than simply seeming like they become a bit absent-minded, they seem to just stare into space. It is a more extreme version that before, if your friends did this, it would seem like they were on autopilot, as if they were going through the motions, and then when they came back into listening, they would be like, oh, whatever, and then they'd conveniently forget everything. What you just saw from Leona and the Temple Knight felt more like something forced them to disassociate. They are not there until you stop talking about it, and then they seem to come back to it with no sense of anything, any time being lost.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're not sure exactly where they came from. But we were in the middle of fighting over the downtown area of the pits. We had reconciled, we had gathered our forces, and we were trying to strike back. In the middle of a conflict between Vilgrace, many of their cultists, their dead beasts, and those of us who could fight. The thorns erupted rather dramatically, covering up the exits. So'un, when we talked to him about it, he hasn't been all that much help. He's been very dodgy about it. He's refused to speak on it for the most part. But he came up with one very simple, detached theory, and you see like a confused look on Leonin's face as if they're trying to piece things together. You all, just to give you a sense of it, you're getting the sense of Leonin's not aware that So'un's probably said a lot about this. He's just unaware that he has. But as he says this, he just kind of tries to reconcile. He said he thinks it's some kind of end game. Like a fail state. We asked him what he meant by that, but he didn't answer.
Yeah, so this is what it felt like for him, huh?
Yeah. And they have a more intense case.
Wish I just had like my soundboard rigged up to like the Inception, brrr, except like soft. So anytime you guys trigger it in someone, I could just be like, brrr.
Oh my god.
I wonder what everyone in Uptown's feeling like. I mean, they got hit early, so whoever got away is probably already gone.
We can only hope that the people that are in Uptown that managed to fight back got away.
Oh, Gold Dull, I'm praying
in the
for
days
you.
surrounding the attack, and after all of you escaped from the crack rot, we know that a lot of the people who were captured in Uptown were brought down there. But when the attacks began, many people fled from the town and, in theory, got away. We feel that we should have tried to escape sooner. It was actually part of our plan that after the conflict that we were waging, we were going to try to get as many people together as we could to flee. We were just on the verge of taking what we could and leaving the town when those thorns appeared.
Well, we could blast through the rock and vines at once. I don't think we have anything that big anyways.
Yeah.
We're almost at the point where we're considering contacting the cult in the crack rot and telling them it's in our mutual interest to stop what they're doing and try to get out. But any attempt to contact them has not gone well.
What's
Can you
happened?
imagine?
We've sent messengers, a couple. One was killed upon approach. One, when they spoke to them, was allowed to tell them what we were proposing. Not that we could ever forgive them, but that if we got out of here, we needed to work together against the thorns. Their response was to destroy that messenger's arm using their necromancy, send them back with a message, which is that so long as they are here, they will not leave unless their god walks out with a vessel, and that they're confident that if they can give him one, that he could get through these thorns for them.
I hate these folks.
They're nothing if not committed.
Yeah, they're consistent, at least.
We don't know how much choice we have other than to do exactly what Soun did.
We know that they've set up this ritual in what used to be the main staging and announcement area, the execution block, which I believe is where you all escaped from, based on reports I heard.
Mongroan's madness.
No.
No, inside the crack rot.
The opening to the crack rot. They've set up their ritual grounds openly. They've set them up almost as if to challenge us. And I've been wondering for the past couple of days, if they have all the materials they need to do it, why haven't they? I assume, since they began setting it up after Muntheris left, as they changed their plans, after they found out Muntheris may not be returning, I assume, I can only assume they're waiting for something. And I hate to say this, but it might be all of you.
I hope it's not us.
I don't think it's all of us. I think it's one of us.
It's one of us.
Sorry.
Well, they're not gonna get him.
If the cult can't be persuaded to help us. Words that taste like bile in my mouth, even to say. But if they can't be convinced that we have a mutual interest in getting out of here, we need to focus on getting rid of them and ending this, so that we can move around in peace and try to find tunnels that have not been encroached upon.
There's
Best
only
case.
two members of the leadership left that we know about.
Oh, yes. They also have Dendron. We know for a fact he's still alive.
But
I know that when you left with Leona. May I ask? And he kind of motions upward. Okay, this is a weird time for me to mention this. Bagel too big to move through the temple. So, can we retroactively decide what Bagel and Leona did?
I mean, there's a lot of people in the main area, and in all honesty, Leona should stay here.
Yeah.
So we probably would have had them put somewhere comfortable there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You left with Leona, as well as with another individual I'm not familiar with. Have they returned with you?
Only Luna.
Leona's in the main hall.
Is there a reason they didn't come back with you to talk to me?
They're having a hard time processing the loss of their sister.
I could only imagine.
I think they were affected by something when it happened. We're gonna go fix this, and I think they've done more than their part.
Well, if the cult is waiting for something to come back, and Muntheris and Leuna share blood, it would probably be best to be on the prudent side if Leuna is not at full capacity. Also keep her away from them.
I agree.
It goes without saying, but you may hold on to the relic. It may prove more use for you than us.
Yeah.
Paladins and warriors of Chan Karagosh, as well as Chan Karagosh herself, whenever she lived in her pre-divine era, used those weapons. They represent her will, and I feel like if anyone's going to carry it out... That notification sound was fucking loud! If anyone's going to carry out her will, it's definitely going to be you. You've all been more efficient at dealing with the cult than we have.
Maybe you could be like their cute bunny avatar. That sounds way better than Gotham.
Maybe their cute bunny. Maybe their cute bunny vessel. Since God seems to be really obsessed with those now.
Yeah.
Vessel versus vessel. Let's go.
I mean, you fit the bill. Apparently, everyone who works at Karagosh got to be stunning, so you'll be fine.
That's true.
If only that
Jokes
were.
aside.
I've never looked worse, he says, posing sparkles.
Yeah, single
How
ray of
dare
root
you.
light coming through a ceiling light, hitting the
God damn.
The slightest waft of wind.
I am
God.
disgusted.
Truly,
You motherfuckers in
I am
your cave
war-torn.
wind. Oh,
Fucking hell.
War torn and rugged. You've never grown a hair in your face ever. You're
Yep.
forever a big face.
I can't stand this any longer.
Lily, you were saying, joking aside?
Joking aside, we also still have our families out there that are hiding from the cult.
We haven't encountered yours. But when we sent people to infiltrate the cult, we took stock of who was there, and they weren't captured either. We assume they must have fled to the tunnels.
Yeah, but then they started they told me that they've run along thorns and that there's a ritual circle in the center of town.
Yes, they'd been preparing something there for a while. I think that was the location they were going to do whatever it was they were hoping Muntheris would help them do. They abandoned that site a few days ago.
Probably somewhere in Lowtown, if I had to guess.
If you wish to investigate that former abandoned ritual site, then you may wish to do so. It may give you some idea of what they're doing. But
We'll have
given
to
their
look
entire
into it.
MO, I'm guessing it's one incarnation ritual versus another.
I don't feel like we need to understand the specifics of the ritual circle here. We only have
Stop it.
one magically inclined member anyways, and it's not like it's gonna help us break it down. We just gotta kill them until they stop unkilling themselves. Worked so far.
Yeah. Sometimes you can battle magic with magic, but sometimes you just gotta get some brute force in there.
If we manage to beat them. Hopefully. If So'un is not dead, then hopefully So'un or Dendron can formulate a plan to get us out of here. Without Dendron and without the governors, we've been sorely lacking in proper leadership.
I don't know what rebuilding is gonna look like after all this.
Well, we need to get out. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Gilligan's pit is no longer viable as our home. It's become nothing but a grave. We need to get out of it. Oh, that's why it's called that.
Hey, you get out of here.
The old Peter Griffin on the side. Oh, that's why it's called that.
Get out of here, go ahead.
Moment. Well, shouldn't waste any time. Get a little bit of the night. Look up and look at the roots. Be like, I don't even know anymore. Time is a fucking lie.
Time is a fucking lie.
Based on the light, I mean, in this particular chamber, it's always kind of moonlight based. But on the way here, you got the sense that you're coming up on about like 5 p.m. I know you guys are still underground and technically not exposed to the sun, but given the standards you live by, you would at this stage when you came up to the moon, like the moon route that's in the main town, even with the mist, you would have been like, fresh air. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Real
Hell yeah.
light. Finally.
Pepper's still vibrating.
Hell yeah.
I need some real sun.
Oh, girl.
Is there anything that we can do to help? We don't have much in the way of supplies. We've burned through all of that.
I've got some oats.
We have
Potatoes
food.
in my place.
You food other than oats?
We have some, but
Okay.
it's not like we've
Eat
been
your
able
oats.
to produce more food ever since all this happened. We've been running on what could be scavenged from the town from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I can eat my oats. Everybody else should have what you guys have.
If you want better food, you could go to the Forcegill estate. The governor is no longer with us, but he used to keep a pretty splendid garden. Some things may still be there.
It's not far from my house, in any case. And most of my stuff I keep is generally non-perishable since I'm gone so long. Or at least slow to perish.
You look like you'd have powdered milk.
They can do that?
How do you powder milk?
Think?
That's amazing.
God.
You gotta. Where do you get that? Oh, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Pepper's nose starts to bleed.
There might be peppered milk,
Sorry,
but in a backwater town like this, it's just
Peppered
like
milk?
If they could manage to do it in this world, it'd be. Did I say peppered milk? Powdered milk.
Yeah, you did. You said peppered milk.
Peppered milk. If there could be, if there was powdered work in this world, then powdered milk.
Work?
Powdered milk. I can't talk. I'm trying.
No,
my brain is not
it's
braining.
Brand
okay,
of powdered milk called
Logan.
peppered milk. With
Peppered
a little
milk,
chili pepper
powdered
on it.
work.
Oh yeah.
Powdered work is just like fucking
It's
Red
actually
Bull that you could
specialty
snort.
of my family.
Oh god, so cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Just cocaine. Cocaine laced with
Yeah.
taurine.
Yeah, my
No,
parents make a lot of
powdered
that, and
milk
that's my fear.
maybe could be made in this world through arcane means, but in a place like
There you
this,
go.
you ain't gonna find that shit.
Okay, well, never mind.
Maybe
Excuse
That's
me.
they
like-
will.
That's like something on a highway.
You'd
Could
be
you-
surprised what the strike lands get their hands on every once in a while. I don't know. You seem never mind. So no powder. milk. Got it.
Have you taken like a census of everyone who's still here, or no?
For the most part, we know there's some people who are still hiding out in the pits, refusing to come out. Also, we know that the pit that's in the Cogstone Quarry, many people, particularly those that were working around that area, the people that were in Low Market, they fled into there because they have a better knowledge of those quarries, and they also had mining equipment they could use to defend themselves. We haven't been able to find them in the tunnels that are in the quarry, but we presume that they're there. Is there someone that you're asking about?
Yeah.
Your mother's
I
not
was just
among
wondering-
them. If that's...
Okay.
I'm afraid there's been no sight of her.
Was there a man Maurice Chapman.
Maurice?
Was he there? Yeah.
He's not here. However, I did talk to Maurice. He did come back. He, apparently had left the town for a few days. He didn't tell me a lot of what he was doing, but after the attack, a couple days after you all left, he returned, said that he had gone somewhere, that he had gone to one of the hollow yards. He returned and found things were like this, met up with us, asked what had happened, and then seemed alarmed, as of course he should be, as everybody was. And then I believe he went into hiding somewhere in the pits. Said he had something very important he had to survive for, so he wanted to be sequestered and off on his own. He didn't mention where it was, but he said that, based on recent events, he felt that there was somewhere they were unlikely to go to search, that he could fortify himself in. And then left in a hurry. We asked where he was going. And I will note that this all happened very fast, so I apologize if it seems like we should have followed up with him. But when we asked where he was going, he muttered something to us about that if he was wrong, he didn't want to drag other people into it. And then took off.
Okay. I thought for a minute maybe my mom was with him, but if you didn't want to drag other people into it, thank you, thank you for that information. I appreciate.
I assume that he was trying to protect something. He had his pack with him, as if he'd just come back or was going to head out on a very long exploration. He's a good man, but he's also just a man who would not have held up well if he'd encountered anyone. I think that he was concerned with safety, shelter, as anyone should be.
Yeah.
It's important.
He did ask if you were here. And we said that as far as we knew that you'd left to go pursue something dangerous, to go after members of the cult who had gone deeper into the pits, and he was very worried. In fact, that news made him a bit frantic.
Oh, no.
Fine, he wouldn't have been able to follow us anyways. He knew that.
I don't imagine he did that. He seemed intent
Somewhere
on...
that Noah wouldn't look. Think about where that might be.
I don't know.
We'll look for him, kid. We'll find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a hand, hand in Lori's hand. Give it a big squeeze.
But he's safe. I can offer you that,
Nice.
at least I assume he is.
Yeah.
He's got whatever he needed to get. Even if it's not, we can get it off of him.
Yeah. No, I trust that he's safe.
Alright, well, let's get some food in us, and then we'll go check your place and his, see if there's any sign of where he might have been.
Okay.
All right. So you guys want to seek out nourishment and food and rest and such?
Yeah.
You find it pretty readily. You are now among the number of people who could stay here, take refuge here. Food is presented to you, nothing fancy, but also, better than your rations, if you wanted it. How do you intend to rest?
We probably wouldn't take it long when it's only 5, right?
Yeah, just
So
chill.
we'll just, take a moment. I don't even think I actually need a short rest because we haven't done much here, unless anyone else needs. Burn your hit die or get any abilities
Anybody
back.
anybody got a hit die? We're all good.
We're
Yeah.
fine.
Do I
Yeah,
need
cool.
to?
Just take a moment of
No, I'm
comfort.
Gucci.
Yeah, now we're good. Yeah.
During all of this, Desmond is going to actually go to his place and just gather up some of the dry foods if they haven't already been through his house. Because I imagine
Yeah.
these people.
Doesn't seem
the
like they
Hillbent
have been.
pit seems like a place to go through.
Doesn't seem
He'll
like anybody's
grab, like,
broken into like get your stuff. Though there's been some scavenging, it doesn't seem like it's been like nothing's ransacked.
Kicking
It
the
seems
doors
like,
yet? Yeah.
people have been
Yeah,
as
okay.
discreet as they've been able to. These are, despite the situation, these are still, the homes of people here and the town that they love.
Yeah.
So like they're not
Yeah.
pillaging. The only places you've seen open seem to have been entered relatively lawfully and opened into and cleared out. Going into your place, most your food seems to be there. You take it, you get it.
You'd bring it over and just leave it at the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would go with Desmond and then probably. Well, we're gonna go to my house later. We'll do that later.
Yeah,
It's
once
gonna
we
be
get the
like
rest of them out there.
do the same, but yeah.
Because we're going to go right by his store at the mid-market complex, and then we can just leapfrog to yours.
Okay.
The
And
first
how-
two likely places.
Yeah.
And how about you? So those are the places you're searching?
Once we leave, yeah, those are the first two spots we're going to look.
Go roll me investigation checks, you two. And while you do that, I want to know the other three. What might you do during the, let's say, hour that follows all this?
Oh no. It's okay, 16. That's okay.
And Desmond, what did you
16
get?
and a 4. Oh.
Yeah, Desmond, what do you get?
Announce your rolls.
4.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, Lori, you search the places that you feel, along with Desmond, you search the places that you feel that perhaps he might have gone that he would think was safe, but you do not find any trace of him in the low market area. And other group, what might you guys do?
Is it possible that, I mean, I'm not sure where else to check, but can, like, I just investigate? We're currently in, like, Moon Rabbit area, right?
Yeah, you're currently in the sanctuary.
Okay, are we trying to look downtown? Or wherever we can be downtown?
To also search for Maurice?
I mean,
Is that what you're doing?
yeah, I'm also just trying to,
Yeah, if you want to go there and
Figure out
search, you
where
can
Maurice would
absolutely
be.
try to do that. Is
yeah,
anybody
just
going with
be a
them?
little stealthier. Since I'm
I'll go with Scarn.
pretty stealth.
I'm not, but I can help you look.
You can become a fox.
No. It's true.
Oh, yeah!
Lilia, are you going as well?
Lilia's gonna probably go check out the area that Lannon said that Saun went.
Okay.
Mm.
So you would head up with them and head down. Okay, so then so Pepper and Skarn, both of you, please roll me stealth and then investigation.
Yeah.
Do I get
Stealthy.
better stealth because I'm Fox?
It's
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
What is that, a
Side
9 to a
and
14?
shape-shifting.
14
I have
bad.
advantage on dexterity and saving.
Better than a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
two.
yeah. If you're going as a fox, you would have advantage on stealth, Pepper. So go
You
ahead.
said investigation, right?
Yeah. Let's wait for the stealth roll real quick before you.
I did. I
Never
did my
mind. It's
stealth
okay.
already.
It's all right. Nothing broke. Nothing broke.
Ooh, I'm super stealth. Ah, if Desmond was here, he'd be proud. I mean,
Okay. And then roll me investigation.
Hell yeah.
I will. Investigation. 14.
So we both got,
That was an 18 on
Bad.
stealth.
Ain't
with
bad.
it.
okay, 14 for my stealth, 13 for my investigation.
As you guys head to the downtown area, Lilia, you would also briefly pass through it with them as they split off. You do come to see what was described to you, that being this incredibly thick, massive wall of these dark thorns. These huge, some of them being like person-sized thorns that are now occupying more than half of the massive cavern that is downtown. As you guys enter into it and see this, Skarn, I'd like you to roll me a D100.
Let's go! My body's about to be destroyed. Woo! 86.
Oh shit!
As you enter into it specifically, and as you guys begin to search around, Lilia, you like peel off from them and you begin heading toward the low town area. Pepper, you begin searching around. Skarn, you begin searching. You guys do not manage to find neither hide nor hair of Maurice, but each of you does encounter a different phenomena. One of them is Skarn. As you are searching, at one point when you come within like 100 feet or so of the thorn wall, everything seems to dull. Everything becomes kind of vacuous. Sound drops out somewhat, and you hear the distant echoing voice coming from the direction of the thorns of the person you would recognize to be Conglo. Speaking seemingly from within the thorn wall, distant but impossibly loud for how far away this echo would imply they are, as you hear the words.
A curious predicament, certainly, but with the right application of one's blood, of one's right, perhaps a way out could be found. I do wonder, and I do suppose, you, more than anybody among your friends, has the means to part these treacherous thorns. Don't you think so, Skarn?
You know what? I'm gonna have a conversation with the crazy ghost man in my head. Yeah, actually. I've already had the idea, seeing that, at least, the way that this is set up, I can see that the cult wants me. And I'm not sure how, but they seem to know a way to get through if Gotham helps them. So you said blood?
As you look toward the thorns, you see, and they are mostly obscured, you see only the faintest glimmer of them deep inside with this faint purplish hue to their body, almost like a force ghost a la Star Wars. Almost everything is obscured of them apart from a few inches. You do see Conglo standing within the thorn wall, about 50 feet in. You don't see them speaking. You don't see any movement from them, but as you speak back out to them in response.
Not your blood as it is, of course, but the latent power that you have, that you've always had, the position that you're in, the deals that you could make, the safety of the town.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine it would cost you much.
Yeah, y'all really love doing this whole thing, but what about my need? What about what I care about? Huh? Do I want to not become me anymore? Y'all never think about these things, do you? Y'all, it's all about y'all this time. It's never about me, huh? Crazy. I was crazy once.
Lily
Right now.
A path. She's just yelling at all the thorns.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
Like,
I was like,
fuck. I'm like,
waiting
is this loud?
I'm waiting for Pepper to
Like-
just like kind of stop and look over and hear me in the background echoing like,
I'm like,
oh no.
I'm watching the show. I know this happens to Skarn. Baby girl will figure it out.
It's true. I can imagine you don't want to give yourself up. Of course. An intelligent and creative soul like you.
You see this mostly obscured Conglo raise up their hand to their chin as if curious and like stroke their own chin.
Perhaps an alternate deal is possible.
An alternate deal, huh?
But of course there are loose ends yet. But remember, of course, this town that we have come to love so much, it is within your power to save it. And yours alone.
And as they say that, the sound of rushing water comes back to you as you can once again hear the lake coming back unmuffled and your sight of Kongla within the thorns disappears.
Scarred!
You didn't see that, did you? Yep.
You good,
thought
buddy?
so. Yeah, perfectly fine. Just,
get
you
it.
know, the demons within my soul. But
you know,
the demons been yapping. They've been telling me
I
that
noted. You've been, yeah.
I
You're
kind
young
of
for a
feel
while.
like I might be a key to getting rid of these thorns in a way.
Hey, boy.
But it seems like, just like everything,
Comes at a price.
it comes at a price that seems to be myself.
Your soul? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know Lily will kick your ass if you do that.
Oh, no, 100%. But, like, here's the thing.
I'm just
How are we
reiterating.
saving everyone?
By trying our best.
Yeah, but the way these are talking, there does seem to be alternate ways.
Sure, but we're not gonna choose the one that involves you losing yourself in all of this.
You think I'm losing myself? No.
No, not by your choice.
Yeah, of course not, but realize
But
there's
when
another
I
way.
imagine your visions, they're all like, sacrifice yourself, sacrifice yourself. So that's my presumption. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
so sacrifice myself, but if there's a way to save folks, I want to try it.
Be careful when you give an inch, you give a mile.
We'll see how far I can control that mile. And I continue investigating away.
Okay.
Very contemplative.
I
Pepper.
toddle off.
As this is happening, you also
Yes.
hear a distant voice. Echoing,
Oh, shit, you
not
go
from
crazy.
around you, but within
Oh,
in the
shit,
back
yours
of your
are
mind.
demons. Damn.
You hear just a distant.
Oh my god.
You're finally back within range, Pepper!
The Bluetooth is finally reconnected.
Yeah.
Finally. It would appear that you're finally back within the town.
Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, the cadence of your beautiful voice.
I'm here to comfort you. Pepper!
Oh. Oxalia.
What has happened within the town?
Oh my god, it's not great. There's a lot of thorns, which I think you said you were privy to. You
I'm
said there were a lot of
currently
thorns
on the
in
other
there.
side of them.
Oh my god, what spell is this, Oxalia? We are
I do not
talking.
believe that this is a spell.
Oh shit! Okay, Oxalia.
This
you
is
got
the
me excited. I
influence
see you.
of a foreign domain.
For how one, huh?
Ah. It is the effects of a plane beyond this one, allowing itself to encroach upon the material.
Like, I'm just gonna throw one out there. Like the Febrian?
It would probably the best, easiest assumption would be Fae, yes.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
his
I was
domain
thinking that would be
expansion,
the
girl,
most.
damn.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was thinking.
Shut up,
'cause,
nerd!
Oh,
You're
shit,
not
Sophie, I'm
Pepper.
here. You're right, sorry.
I love how he says her name. Right. I just figured because we ran into some of them there thorns, and there's this whole like face situation going on here that most of the people don't even know about. Because when you talk about it, their brains get all fuzzy wuzzy. But
When we
There's
came
this
here, we were
creature.
investigating a magical influence that has affected the town.
yes,
It
I
seems
have
it's been here
discovered
for
sort of-
quite some time. It's possible
very
that this was a
insidious.
failsafe, that they've been weakening the boundaries between planes for quite some time in case they ever had to do this.
that's what Saun said to the other guy, but the other guy didn't remember any of the other details except for that Saun said that. Saun's like our beautiful elf friend.
I
besides him,
see.
But yeah, he said that it might be like a last dying resort or like
Indeed.
what have you.
It is possible. Whatever it is that has been toying with the fate of this town has been doing it for some time. And if it believes the situation has gone from dire to unsalvageable in there due to the attack of the cult upon the town, it may have decided that it wished to end whatever this little experiment is. And if it did, these thorns may be a way to keep people inside. Also, I have further bad news. I have attempted to use magic to enter into the town several times. And it appears that teleporting in or out, using at least the kind of magic I'm privy to, is not possible.
Sorry.
I need to know from your side. Can you think of any way that you might be able to get rid of the thorns?
Oh, we got this one weapon that kind of caused them to recede. It's called root bloom. I don't know.
Yes, I was there. I was the reason that you have it.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember? We went to visit the college.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah. Yes, I remember now. Sorry, it's been so long. My brain is all jumbled. I got questions I got to ask you, like, can you stop automantic radiation and what automancy is? Don't ask me how I know what that is now, but I'm learning down here. But it's been a long while, but I kind of want to know those things. But root bloom was causing the thorns to pull back quite a bit, but it looked like it was causing a lot of expense to root bloom.
Well, root bloom as a weapon, it's a bit of a tool that is meant to be a deterrent against alien invasions. For example, the reason that it was being used to seal away the aspect of Gotham that it was within was because a deity like that is considered a foreign entity. By placing it within the body, it sealed it away, like extending the divine curtain into it, is one way of thinking about it. It could be that because everything that is within this town, these thorns that is, because they are an outside force coming from another plane, Root Bloom may be attempting to reject them.
Yes, I think that is what's happening. Do we have anything that can do that, like, on a bigger scale?
We have Root Bloom. And I do not believe that it is capable of enough power to get through this massive wall of thorns I see before me.
Oh, it got pretty burnt out just where are you? Are you, like, up top? Are you stuck at, like, the top of the
I'm
bottom?
outside the cave. I'm outside I'm beside the river right now.
Is Goldall okay?
I'm not sure.
How's his husband? Oh.
Anyone who was in the town up here fled. None of them are left.
Then they'll probably be all right.
By the time I had returned from my duties, this place was already empty.
That makes sense. Are you dodging my questions about adamancy?
You want me to explain idomancy to you now?
No,
In full?
We can skip that lesson. Let's fast forward a little bit. I know.
Did you not pay attention to your lessons?
How do you... So if I were to circumvent it, like, let's say something done exploded and a bunch of the energy was forced into, like a body part, for example. Is there a way to, like, I don't know, take it and put it somewhere else?
You're describing idolic radiation syndrome.
Yes. Wait, say that word again.
Idolic radiation syndrome. Syndrome!
ES. Yes. I was trying to shorten it up. ES. Yes.
It'd be ERS, but you do.
ERS. God damn. Time is short, Oxalia.
And yet you need me to explain idomancy.
I don't need you to explain automancy. I need to tell you to tell me how to fix radiation poisoning from it. And you don't even...
It depends.
He's probably going to figure it out himself. Ugh.
If it was caused by the misuse of idomancy by one not trained to do so, then it is unlikely that it could be fixed. You would need an incredibly powerful idomantic resonator to functionally fish out the damage, or somebody who was incredibly proficient with idomancy who could reverse it, who could, if you imagine that the concept of the body part had been corrupt through idomancy, they could imagine it back into being what it was.
How do I become good at automancy?
Pepper.
Ox, come on! You out of anyone knows I can do anything if I put my heart and mind and body and soul into it. Come on!
Pepper, even if we grant that you are capable of a great many things, I'm afraid in your position, with your understanding of magic, idolmancy might be a bit beyond you.
I've skipped chapters before.
It is beyond most people. The idomantic web exists entirely to protect mortal kind from using it.
Do we have a receptacle or what?
An idomantic resonator?
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
No. Then...
Ox, please leave me!
Yes, the college does have some. But... It's not as if it is a simple matter of...
Signing a paper and loaning one out.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have anything, or is there something I can do to enhance Root Bloom's abilities to reject the thorns? I'm switching topics now. You know how my brain works. It's all
Root
wired
Bloom, all right.
up. Back to the other
second.
problem.
There is a way that Root Bloom could be augmented.
There is?
I'm going to say some words that you don't understand.
Try me. Can I?
Root Bloom is a
saying the words,
special
but I think so
item that
hard.
is known as a constellaqüary.
Constellamary, okay.
It is a lesser constellaqüary, to be specific. It is made of a very special material. A very, very special material. One that is related to idomancy. I won't get into the weeds of how, but it's made of theosite.
I know that's... Oh, theosite.
Some of these constellaqüary items are those that were wielded by the Eidolons during their mortal life. Yours is... Root Bloom is not one such item. There are also lesser constellaqüaries. Let me finish my lesson! There are lesser constellaqüaries that were constructed for a myriad of different purposes. Root Bloom is one. Due to its nature as a constellaqüary, when it is not used for a very long time, its power wanes. Constellaqüaries need to be used and exercised, and minds need to engage with them for them to retain their power, so they become dormant over time. Root Bloom, in its current form, is in what we might consider to be a dormant form. If it could be awakened fully and returned to its former glory, perhaps it could exude enough force to part these thorns.
Okay, I can't answer.
However, doing that would be very difficult.
Sorry.
What are you asking me about Chankaragash?
Chankaragash, what about that Scythe? That Chankaragash had.
I do not.
Sorry, I got really excited.
The scythe? Are you referring to a lunar scythe?
Oh, there are multiple, right?
There are, and they are not a constellaqüary.
Yes. We were just told this recently, too. Don't yell at me.
What is this yelling? Some people say this sounds like yelling!
Sounds like yelling.
Listen. If you intend to pursue that line of thought, in order to awaken a constellaqüary, you must use it for the purpose it was imagined into being for. It is, like idomancy, related to its odd nature with the universe. It was crafted from thoughts and desires. Root Bloom is an item that is meant to stop alien forces from invading places they shouldn't be. In this case, in order to awaken it fully, you would have to use it for that sort of purpose in a very specific way. You would have to use it to challenge a powerful outside alien force.
And the cult doesn't qualify. It means like actual, planarly.
Though the aspect of Gotham that may come into being as a result of what they're doing would be an alien force, the point of Gotham's entire ritual is they try to create a body that can blend in the world that it's in. Root Bloom would certainly be effective against it, But it would not count as a truly alien force because the body would be made within this realm.
It's alright, it happens to me all the time, Ox.
However, Pepper,
However, Oxalia.
do you not see it in front of you? There is an obvious answer.
Huh?
These thorns that Root Bloom has already showed it considers to be an alien source. If you
It's
wanted
from the
to
Fae,
awaken
that's-
Root Bloom fully, you could turn it against the source of these thorns.
Yes. Okay, that in mind, we kind of have a more time-sensitive thing, because the code's trying to make a slurry
I
of
did
all
not
the
mean to
things down
take up
here
more
to-
time than I needed. You asked me a plethora of questions.
I've got so many questions! I haven't even started on my questions!
Really?
I've got so... I want to learn more. I've been growing here, but I feel like I'm growing all the wrong ways. I want to protect my friends.
When you get out of there, I can enroll you in night classes, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, well, I'm asking for some advice from you.
What sort of
We're
advice?
fighting. If you were gonna get the drop on a cult or like a group of people, and you had your friends with you, what would you do?
Well, I don't fully understand the situation inside in regards to fortifications,
So here, what's happening? No, okay.
but
Yes.
rituals to create bodies, aspects, incarnations of deities, they are a sensitive matter. While in some cases infiltrating such a place may be a difficult and complicated matter, I believe that the time for nuance would have been before they launched their attack on the town. Rather, if you wish to stop them from doing what they're doing, if you wish to catch them unaware, then I believe the best course of action is the simplest one.
Ambush.
To brashly attack and interrupt the ritual they believe that they are carrying out.
That sounds like where we're headed, Sue.
Sometimes,
That-
to disrupt the nuanced whims of the gods, a firm backhand is all that is required.
I think that's the wisest thing you done said. Okay. I could give a stern backhand, and if I can't, fucking Skarn definitely can. And Lily, she got that thing on lock. Okay. So we gotta find, So there are two ways to awaken a constellaquary, but we're not gonna find the thing that turns this constellaquary all fine and dandy, cause like, what would that be doing in the pits?
What are you talking about?
To get rid of the thorns, you said like it's in a sleep state,
Yes.
and to wake it up, we either need to find like something that
No,
goes with
lesser
it. I
constellaquaries
did it
have no
all.
paired artifacts. You may be conflating it with something else that maybe you heard somewhere else when you were studying, or maybe that someone related to you perhaps they knows about another thing.
My nose starts to gush blood
It
again.
is true that idolic constellaquaries resonate with one another and they can awaken that way, but lesser constellaquaries are singular artifacts.
Right.
The only
I
way that
must
you
have
can
misunderstood
awaken it is by
that.
jostling it back into the state it used to be. In this case, your best bet is to use it to extinguish or defeat or drive away whatever it is that's causing these thorns.
Right. We think it's a fae,
That is likely.
and there's lots of mist.
If Root Bloom has already showed that it missed,
Yes. Okay. Another thing I forgot to tell you. You are so
Okay.
wonderful, Oxel. There's also this mist that's affecting people's memories and is it's like separate but similar because like the
Amnesias.
phase causes memory loss. Yeah.
yes, you had
That-
talked to
that's what
Sorrel
these
about
things
that
are.
when you were visiting, and I have been briefed on your conversations. It's in the
Right,
town.
Yes.
Pepper,
And
if
all
you're
these-
locked in there and that mist is beginning to fill that entire place, you are running on borrowed time.
I know. That's why I'm telling you all of this, because there's a cult, there's mist, there's fucking people. It's a whole time.
Pepper.
And there's ERS down here.
Amnesius is not new, but it has also not reached the surface in the way you're describing in a very long time. It is possible that being near a constellar and other idomantic sources of energy may have given you all some very slight resistance to it, if you've managed to move through it. But if that mist manages to fill the pits, then not only would it be a lost cause to try to save you, but the right thing to do would be to extinguish the pits entirely. They would become a threat to the outside world.
Let us handle this ritual first, please.
Yes. You should handle things one thing at a time.
Get the people we can out of here before we...
I am going to go speak to the college regarding your situation with Amnesius. While I'm gone, you need to stop that cult. And then you need to do what you can to awaken Root Bloom.
Awaken Root Bloom, kick the phase as...
Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about the mists. They would be unrelated to either of those things.
Well, and it's bound to get... speaking of... there's a timeline on that, too. There have been these colondrats that have been, from what we understand, purifying the waters and stuff down here, and 2 out of 3 of them are now kaput, and
that
the
would
third
explain
one,
why
we
the
believe
mists are
is
coming.
already... Yeah.
So it
We believe the
seems that,
third
as
one
we
is
suspected, that
non-viable.
there was a filtration system. These mists were always present in those caves. The difference is that now, what was keeping them at bay is gone. Focus on your first 2 tasks. The third, dealing with Amnesius. Pepper, for now, you need to treat that as not being an option. Helping the people of that town escape before it becomes a bad situation is what you need to do.
Yes, I know.
And if many of them have been infected by Amnesius, I will leave it to the college. I will leave it to them to decide what might be best. I will speak to them.
One more time, you said it's retainers, receptacles for the...
Resonators!
Resonator, right? And
You
see,
will
that
not
doesn't
find an
even matter.
idolic resonator
I'm
down
not-
there, I assure you. Well, that's actually technically not true. Root Bloom is technically one, but it won't do what you need it to do.
What?
Constellar queries are idolic resonate. I'm not explaining idomancy to you right now. You need to do those first 2 things.
And then you'll tell me?
Maybe.
You know what? I'm going to take those night courses. I'm going to learn more than you.
Good.
Great. I miss you. All right, we gotta cut this off.
Indeed.
This has been more than 50
Pepper.
words. You got some big old magic. Yes, Oxalia.
Stay safe.
You too. You too. I know I put on a lot of airs, but I'm scared about this situation. I'm gonna try my best though.
We're going to get you out of there.
We're gonna get all these people out of here.
Mm-hmm. You don't belong in there. We'll get you.
None of us do. Thank you.
I'm off to return to the college then.
Tell Sorrel I said hi, and I'll be coming home soon,
I will.
hopefully.
All right. Stay safe. Oxalia out.
Oh, Pepper out.
Okay.
I
And with
need
all
a
of
moment to stop.
with all of that, given the time.
Scar walks up. He's like, "Are you literally just talking to the vines right now?"
You're right.
I was like, hey,
so crazy.
I've got to like this whole thing with being crazy.
You're just crazy.
You're just out here talking to vines at this point.
Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, this is new for you, baby girl. What's up?
I was like, hey, do we need to talk about this? I don't need to because I'm going through it. I know you're going through it on your other stuff, but like, do we need to get into this? Like, I will help out.
No.
Hey, I know that I probably don't need to tell you this, but if they ask you to Gotham, like, say no.
Don't become the sacrifice to Gotham. I don't know if you're getting the same shit. I don't know.
I got a chubby potato talking to them.
Hey, real quick, did your did your bio dad put a rib in you? I don't know. You know.
Bio dad. Yo, what's your bio dad?
I mean, shit. If you ask
Did your
Pepper
sperm
which
donor?
dad- it's not a sperm donor. Multiple dads. Leave me alone.
As you head,
My dad's a sperm donor.
as Lilia heads down to Lowtown and the others continue to search for Maurice, as these two conversations occur and wrap up, leaving some of you with more to think about than others. Given the time, I think that is where we're going to stop for this week.
Yay!
We're gonna
I
cut
got
off.
so much info. Oh my god.
Next
My
week,
brain
find
hurts.
some parents, and then kill some cultists, and then kill a fae. That's probably not going to happen next week, but like sometime in the next week in a minute.
Yippee,
Next
yippee,
week
yippee.
on
And I didn't
Gilligan's
take
Wave.
notes. Yippee, 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 JK.
If only Pepper had mentioned, I don't know, say a certain magic pond that can cure amnesias.
I'm gonna. Oh.
You know what's going to be the problem with that magic pond?
It's
To
gonna
get
be
to
covered
it,
in
you're going to have to go through amnesia.
Yeah.
It's okay. The lava-proof suit is here. The good news, totally resistant to lava. We can use that to escape. The bad news, it is covered in lava. It is in the volcano.
It does conduct heat. The suit is immune to it, though.
So the suit is good.
It won't kill you. The sweating might.
God.
Oof.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, Logan. I
For
can't
what?
imagine how much I stress
Yeah,
you
that's
out.
so fun.
What are you talking about stressing me out?
I don't know.
Nah, he's having a great
being-
time.
I enjoy Oxali and Pepper.
Yeah.
I love the thing that Anna was doing with Oxali.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
All I'm gonna say, Logan, is that like VTube Studio has a little cat thing. So while I'm listening, I'm playing around with it, and I was trying to puppet it with you. So I'm trying to figure out when Oxali is gonna talk, and it's in our call chat. You can look at it when you're not streaming.
Did you just have like
That's so funny.
pointed at you and you were going like ba 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 whenever Logan was talking?
That's so funny.
Fuck yeah!
I'm like, I need to predict when's Logan gonna speak now.
So cute.
All right.
So cute.
Credits have run. Everybody remember Dead Saint Record. You can donate to it and send us emails about it. We will be back next week, and we will not be taking the 7th off. We will see you guys around. Also, at some point in the next week, I'm probably going to schedule a viewing of BSA episode 32. Since it's still kind of copyright locked on YouTube, it's actually looking like it'll be back up. It'll be up sooner than expected, but I'll be doing a viewing of specifically that. I'm gonna stop the recording here in a minute. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you very soon.
Goodbye, everybody. We
Honey,
love
loved and appreciated.
Goodbye.